Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to the 12th game of the World Championship match 2023. Very, very excited for today. It's going to be a huge clash because Nepomniachtchi is leading the match 6-5. And if Ding strikes back today, it will be a 6-6 tie. Guys, who are you rooting for today? And Ding has the white pieces. So, who are you rooting for? I'm going to put up a poll, Ding or Nepo, and you can let me know in the comments and in the by voting who are you who are you voting for and hoping would win. And well, as the game is about to begin, welcome to everyone. Prayers already in their seats, says Suraj Bhatt. Arey nice live updates. Divya Kapoor, अरे कोई नहीं लेट ओपी. अरे लेट ओपी नहीं आज दोस्तों, on time early ओपी हो जाए chat में. We are going live now, and I have a feeling that today Ding is going for 1d4. I'll tell you why I feel that Ding is going for 1d4 is because there lies many powerful weapons that he can try to aim for, while if you go for 1c4, then it generally can go down into slightly more tame territories. So that's the reason why I feel this is what might happen. Anurag says he will play 1 e4. I doubt whether he'll go 1 e4. Saurabh Chitranshi says 1 c4 for sure. For sure. प्रीतम कुमार से लाइव वीडियो ऊपर लगा दो फीडे चैनल से. अरे प्रीतम भाई, ऐसे हो जाता था तो मैं लगा ही देता था, बट कैन नॉट टेक इट. लंडन सेज महेश कुमारी. ओके, इंटरेस्टिंग. G3 says Priya John. Look, if anything happens apart from D4, E4 or C4, I will be very surprised. I will be like, oh my god, how is it possible that Ding, like, okay, some chances for knight F3, some. But if G3 happens or B3, I will just end the stream. No, I won't end the stream, but I'll go away from the stream. D4 already played. Guys, I told you. Brainstorm says, who will be the next Indian player to play World Championship? That is a very good question. First question to ask is, who will be the next Indian to qualify for the candidates, which will happen. And this year, I feel serious chance for few of our players, because if you see Gukesh, Vidit, Arjun, Pragn, Hari, who am I missing? Nihal, Arjun, all of these have good chances. Let's see. D4 played. D4. Amruta. Right, coming, joining us all the way from the bedroom.
You
Hello,
didn't get a
Amruta.
chance today. Hello, Sagar and everyone in the chat. We all are very excited. What's going to happen? How is Ding going to play? What are his opening choices going to be? And whether he can strike back.
Yes. Well, Amruta,
What are the people thinking? What is the
D4,
chat?
they are saying Catalan has happened, it seems to me. Prahlad
London,
saying.
right? Mostly or no?
No, I don't know. Maybe he will try to play. See, there are two
Pole.
approaches. Amruta, when you are playing for a win, like must win now, right, for Ding, because otherwise next game he'll be black, and then you can't really depend everything on the last game. It might be a bit too much. So this is his.
I mean, he can if he has no choice.
Yeah.
But of course, this is his.
But this year he will come with all that he has got.
Correct.
So there are two approaches when it's such a critical game. One is that you have some powerful new idea up your sleeve, like how Gary Kasparov had against Vishy Anand in the 95 match. If you guys remember, it was a very famous game.
Yeah.
Amruta, you don't know, so why did you say?
No, yeah means okay. Tell me, I'm listening here.
Yeah, I can show you that game later.
Okay.
But I'm very surprised that the moves haven't come yet. So I guess there's some lag or delay here. But people are saying it's already the Catalan. It seems 5-6 moves have already happened. Let's see on some app if maybe if you have.
You have there, no? Achha,
Follow chess perhaps if we can see. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
D4,
D4,
NF6.
knight F6,
NF3.
NF3.
D5.
D5 played. Okay, very simple.
E3.
Oh my god. So this was the strategy I was talking about. You go for an approach which is slow paced. You are not trying to beat your opponent out of the opening, but play a long game. That is what
Really?
Ding is going for.
But isn't that going to be very hard? Because Nepo, if he gets an equalized, good position in the opening,
Yeah,
it's very hard to beat him.
true, but you know, Ding is kind of backing himself
Got
up
it.
here.
Got it.
So knight
Because he cannot
D2.
lose. If he loses, then it's all over. That is another point.
Right.
Yeah, knight D2.
This is an interesting move, Amruta, because one idea could have been to take this pawn. I don't know how good that move is, but it's possible. Another idea is to play c3, build up like London system,
But
but
with
not your bishop here, but inside. So it's a Cole. This is known as a Coley or Cole system.
Correct.
But knight d2 is a slightly refined move order. I think the idea is to take here and then put your knight on b3. That could be one of the main points behind it.
Okay.
And then after knight bd2, c takes d4 has happened. He took e takes d4 back. And now if you see, already an imbalance has been created. And I want to ask the chat, what is the major imbalance created here? What is the major imbalance created?
How many of you also knew the opening name Cole?
Not many might have known, but they might have seen on some other stream.
There was a song, no, Sagar, which rhymes with Cole.
Ole ole.
Do you remember?
Yes. By the way, all those who are saying no imbalance, be careful about that statement, because look, you have a central majority as black. You have 5 pawns here, and white has 3 plus 1, so 4. While on the queen side, black has 4. White has 4 pawns, while black has 3. So in that way, you can realize that that's a small imbalance. Just keep in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a good question. Right time, Sagar. And I think this imbalance will be very helpful for Ding, right? In fact, why did Nepo go for CD5 too early? I'm also
this is
wondering.
Preparation, Amruta.
He's prepared.
Yeah, and now after c3, it seems like Nepo is taking his time now to think what to do. But what is the point of putting your queen on c7? Can you explain?
Sagar, one question. Is it now Karo-Kan? You being a Karo-Kan player, can I ask you that question? Can you make the same moves? Can you reach the same position with Karo-Kan?
Yes, you can. But you will have to
Ding is right now singing Mera dil deewana bole kole kole kole.
जब भी मैं नेपो को देखूं मेरा दिल दीवाना बोले कोले कोले.
Yeah, exactly. So people, please don't go away. It was a good song.
Amruta, this is how you can reach through Karo-Kan.
And as black, who used to play Karo-Kan as the main weapon, what would you say? How would you feel if white would react in this way?
See, my basic idea in the Karo-Kan is that if I can get knight to c6, bishop to g4, pawn to e6, bishop to d6 and castle, I'm happy. So if by that logic, if I can get, before playing e6 and shutting down my bishop, if I get bishop g4 here and it looks good, then it should be fine. But you know, these guys like Ding Liren. By the way, HSK Chamber says, thank you for sharing my poem, The Battle of 16. By the way, guys, check it out. And this is what we want from our viewers, from our community, to contribute some interesting things that you are doing for chess, so that we can put it out to more people and can reach. So Hiteshwar ji had written a beautiful poem, and we put it up on our Instagram page and on Facebook and on Twitter, and then more people got to know about it. And thank you for sending us. So here, Amruta, if I play normally, naturally, let's say BD3.
Yeah, one question to you again. Does Nepo play Karo-Kan, by the way? No,
I don't think that is his main weapon. He must have played. Like, top players play everything. But I think Sicilian might be his main weapon.
Okay, we can check later. So what was the question? If bishop d3?
Yeah, if bishop d3, then knight c6. Then if you castle, I play e6. You play rook e1. I play bishop d6. And here, this is exactly what black wants. You know, black is going to castle. Then there is this idea of pushing your pawn down the board. which is known as, guys,
which is known as
if-
filling the blanks, guys.
when you push the pawn like this and attack this structure, what is it called?
दिव्या कपूर says मैंने लिखी थी एक हिंदी चेसबेस के लिए. अच्छा.
Divya Kapoor, if you can send again, we will send it to Niklesh, then he can do it. Yes, minority
क्या बात
attack.
है? प्रहलाद, बेलोगलावी, मुकुल, धार्मिक,
Everybody करके कोई है?
नहीं. Kingpin is saying single pawn storm, but single sounds funny.
So Amruta, the thing is that in this position, what can white do different is the question, because he didn't go through the Caro-Kann move order. So he has this knight on d2 somehow, and he has a pawn here. So if you play here, this is what can happen differently. h3. Now you don't want to give up your bishop, because then I will have bishop pair. Yeah. So you go back, and now I go
g4
further in.
Okay.
Then you come here, and now very important move. Let's ask the chat for the first question today. Chat chess moves is working. So white to play. What do you do? Yes, let's look at the games in the database as well. Idli Vishwanathan, good point. We will check in ChessBase 17 and Mega Database. Yes, our chat is right on the ball, Amruta. The right move, here is
Saumik, Mukul, Isha, Ameya, Arav, Divya, Anurag, Shaunak, Idli, Bhargav.
Yeah, Idli, with your name we feel hungry every day.
Exactly.
Knight e5, attacking the bishop on g6, and now, so this is the imbalance you are trying to create, Amruta, that if I get the bishop pair, I have something to play for.
Correct. No, I think, but I in general get a feeling, Sagar, that this opening which has happened first as a first step may not be the best in terms of opening choice for Ding. So he also knows that definitely when he's choosing it, he has something in mind. And what do you think?
No, of course, I'm just saying that bishop g4 might not be the best. So you can try to start with knight c6, because in that same line where you were going bishop g4, h3, g4 and knight e5, now the e5 square is covered. So this could be a good idea for Nepo. But then now you can say I will go h3 and I will stop this move. So
but I am curious if we can check in reference whether Ding has actually played this, whether Nepo has played, because we can analyze all of this, but with the knowledge whether they've played or not.
Can I ask one question before we go?
Yes.
Here. So guys, what should black play here in this position? Black to move.
Very easy.
You got it?
Yeah, I don't know if it is right or wrong, but logically it feels.
Yes, Shaunak Badole, very good. Beloglavi Soup, very good. Dikshit Snaik. So Amruta.
Yeah, my move was e5.
Okay, e5 I don't like
because
so much.
e5.
Because after take.
You know, funny blunder I did.
Yeah.
Can you even believe it?
Yeah.
I calculated bishop f4 because normally the knight is on b1 and knight d3 check, bishop d3 queen f4. But
interesting.
What interesting! I have missed that big knight on d2. But yeah, anyway, what is a good move then?
No, here I mean white is better because I can take and play.
And a lot of people had also suggested e5, by the way.
And this is a better endgame for white.
Oh, playing against the isolated pawn.
Yes, this guy is all alone. It is unprotected by any of his teammates, and it will become a source of weakness later on. So that would not be very good.
He's like you know when you were at 17.
He's like me from what I am right now from within.
You are all alone?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Then why are we streaming?
Well, the thing is, we can delay our personal problems to a later date, Amruta.
Or maybe
Because,
once the game ends, we can discuss with the chat. That would be cool.
yes.
Okay.
So C3, Amruta.
Okay.
Now we were talking about that bishop f5. Here, if you play knight c6, h3, but you put your bishop here. The reason for that is that you want to play e6, but you don't want your bishop to be inside the pawn chain. So once you put your bishop here, next you can go e6 and bishop d6. So here comes my last question before we go to reference games. Sorry,
Okay.
Amruta. How should white still fight for something, some kind of creating some problems for black, white to play? I'm an Indian engineer says instead of h3, white should go queen c2 and bd3, taking full control of the diagonal. Yes, queen c2, but then still he'll go bg4, right? bg4, e6. Because bg4, you don't have knight e5 anyway. Yes, I like how our chat is thinking, Amruta. They are becoming stronger and stronger each single day, and they
Thank
are
God you
able to.
said they are becoming stronger. I thought I am becoming weaker and weaker. But no, that's not the point. Knight h4, Prahlad Sen, Prachuriya Gayan, Arav Chopdekar, Vaibhav Dubey, Shaunak Badole, Anish Patel, Beloglavi Soup, Anurag MS, Divya Kapoor, and Yash Kucheria.
Right. So
Quite
here.
new names also we have.
Yes, Amruta. So the thing is, this way you can
Knight
put your bishop out,
h4.
and then knight h4. I'm still fighting for the bishop
Oh,
pair.
by the way, with white also when they play this, there is this repeat draw and repetition, right? Bishop d7, knight f3, bishop f5.
But that is of course not going to happen today with
By
Ding
the way,
wanting
my
to win.
move and a few other people also were very tempted to play g4.
Yeah, possible. Like for example, we were looking at sorry,
h3, bishop
h3,
f5.
bishop f5, g4. But I think it after bishop g6, you do not
g5.
have. You do not have. No, I can go knight e4, right?
Okay.
And if you try to go knight h4, still trying to win, maybe e5 could be one possibility. This is slightly
now
weaker.
I don't like the space on in front of that white king already.
Okay,
True.
let's shall
by the way, we
the-
have a move that is bishop
d7
d7, which at least the bar immediately says he is very happy with it. In fact, Sagar,
don't
isn't
understand
it
this move.
so natural to put the bishop on f5, especially to stop a
What
move
is
like
bishop
bishop d3? I mean,
What is okay? Let's try to understand bishop d7. Anyone in the chat wants to try? Why would, and by the way, Ding instantly, I think within a few minute or so plays bishop d3.
It's like you're getting, it's like there is a whole show happening. Okay, death match is happening. Only one ticket is left. And this bishop is saying that no, I don't want to watch the show. Then obviously bishop is going to come to d3 and watch the show.
Yes, you are right, Amruta. The main thing is even bishop f5 is not a given that it's a great move, because I can then go check
Knight c6
and knight e5, and I mean white has some play here. I am sure Ding has some preparation with using this pin, and often this bishop feels a little bit lonely. So what Nepo is saying, and by the way, this is a very famous Capablanca Janowski Capablanca game, in which the bishop stands on d7, and then after bishop d3 you play knight c6. He played. He's saying to Ding that I am going to play e5 soon, it seems.
Or I'm going to play long castle.
Or I'm going to play long castle.
And
or
g5, g4.
No,
and I'm in for a very exciting game to make make this world championship popular.
No, don't. Nepo wants to win it. He doesn't want to make anything popular. I mean, winning is the most important thing on his mind. E6, he may play also. And Amruta, the thing which I was really apprehensive about, that you lock your bishop inside the pawn chain.
He's an introvert. Okay. He's an introvert.
Yes, the bishop is like, okay, I'm happy here because I am looking at this diagonal. I can go bishop d6.
I can read books. I can write, and so on, so on. At the right time, I'll come out of that pawn chain.
Correct.
Publish my book.
Yeah.
etc.
So Amruta, castling has happened. So now we can go and do what you really wanted to do, which was to go on a to check the games.
Yeah. By the way, Arav says, hello Sagar and Amrita ma'am. Sagar sir and Amrita ma'am. I'll be playing a rated tournament on this weekend. I'm 1200 rated. Can you please suggest me some tips and love from Goa?
Oh, Arav,
We
my
love
biggest,
Goa firstly.
yeah,
Lot of tips. There is a coconut water on this beach you get. Okay, sorry, please go
my,
on.
my biggest suggestion to you, Arav, is to actually go and play without fear, without the feeling that, oh, I must do well and I must get some result or anything of that sort. Just go, have fun, enjoy your games, and you will see the best of yourself coming out. That is the most important thing. And once you finish the tournament, send your games, and maybe if I can have a look at it, I will suggest some things that you could have done better. So c5 knight d2, Amrita, you can see knight d2 as a move. If you see, this position has been reached 9576 times, but knight d2 as a move has been reached only in 864 times.
My god, that is how much percent of 9,000?
Less than 10. And
Oh.
the thing is, Ding doesn't seem to have played it ever, but Magnus seems to have used this weapon along with Kramnik.
Are you saying Magnus would have spoken with Ding?
Maybe, and Magnus actually has used this
Oh
to beat
my.
Wesley
Wesley.
So. And let's
Imagine yesterday was a rest day, okay? And Sagar,
see.
imagine you are Magnus and
Yeah.
I'm Ding and you're calling me.
Yeah.
What will you say as Magnus?
Hello, Ding Bhai.
Hi Magnus, bye.
क्या तू खेल रहा है? मेरा लास्ट टाइम इजीली जीत गया था.
क्या करूं यार, कुछ तो बोल. अरे बोल.
अरे पानी पी रहा है. Play this line, Ding. It will be helpful to you. So, Amruta, take.
Okay, Sagar, you have to do the Dawn Sagar
Yeah.
today after the end of this game.
So the thing is,
Hmm.
Amruta,
Hmm.
that here knight c6 has been the main move. 165 games.
But no ding, yeah, until now from black.
No
Okay,
ding, but
great.
queen c7 has been the move played by
Giri, Anish.
No, 13 games. Wait, the board is not updated yet.
Okay, okay.
Ah.
Divya Kapoor says the same thing Amrita ma'am advised me a couple of days ago. Thank you, Divya.
क्या?
Why play without fear and all that?
No, our advice
I
is
think
similar.
it might be some of it will be very similar, some of it will be different.
c3.
Arshad sir, can you try to make some videos on TAL games in learn from classics series?
Ah, yes, sure, Arshad.
Sure.
Arshad is a big chess lover.
Wow.
By the way, Amruta, bishop d7 is a novelty, never played before move.
Really? That means Nepo has something in mind. Firstly, Nepo would be expecting something from Ding, for which he plans a proper equality. I mean, you don't otherwise play bishop d7, right?
Yeah.
If you have better options in a way.
But you know, Amruta, I'm also a bit surprised with it, because if you look at our that move bishop d7 when it was played, it lost. Nepo took 10 minutes for it.
Oh.
He took 10 minutes. It was not like he played it instantly. And now the funny thing that you will notice is, after bishop d3, knight c6 castles, he lost another move and played bg4.
Oh, should I laugh? You said it's funny.
Oh, now I understand. Do you understand? This
One
is
second,
insane.
if you understand, then I'm not.
This is insane.
But it's like giving one whole move. Because now you don't have h3, g4.
Yeah. Now, of course, castling ke baad it becomes less powerful to do this. But secondly, you don't even have knight e5 here. I mean, this is. But more importantly, Amruta, and
have we reached this position? But anybody played bishop d7 is a novelty, you were saying. But by chance in conversion after bishop g4, has it ever happened?
let me check. Okay, this is interesting question.
Also, is there any death match? Is ChessBase India Originals 3? Yes, of course, it will happen this year, guys.
Yes. We will do. We are hoping to get a good player facing Indian players and something. Also, if you remember, we had one of the things we really wanted to do this year is a classical super tournament, and we are trying our best that something or the other will happen on that front, because classical super tournament is the need of the hour for Indian chess, I feel. Not I'm not talking anything about long term basis or anything of that sort, but just the most important thing right now for our youngsters is to get an opportunity to play. What do you think, Amrita?
Oh, absolutely. I think that's a great idea which
Hmm.
has been going on in your mind. So definitely.
Okay, so Amrita,
Yeah.
now what I was thinking is that the main point I feel after bishop g4 is that your bishop b5 ideas are also gone. So,
But what have I got after bishop g4 extra? Okay, castle I've got it, which means I want to go rook e1. Let's say. Let's look at what I had rather than what I lost. Can we
no,
do that?
I'm just trying to understand what is the point of losing a move with bd7 and bishop g4.
So first point we thought that it stops h3 g4 ideas.
Yeah, but the second thing, I think in some lines there are possibilities of the bishop developing on b5 directly if your knight is here. And I think with bishop d7 he discouraged that idea.
Hmm.
Maybe.
It is so what I can say, Sagar, maybe this is actually a preparation. True. But it's not that kind of a preparation which is always there in your mind. You're absolutely expecting your opponent to go for this line. It's something you need to recollect. It's
Right.
not like a imprint in your mind. So you're recollecting, you're trying, you need to think. So you're still not in your best prep. We can say that.
Right.
And
True.
Ding can take advantage of this fact.
Yeah, sure. You are right, Amrita. And also, what I wanted to say is that today we have one of our team members
Hmm.
in Kazakhstan. Aditya is going to be
Arey,
there.
yeah,
So,
that is so supposed to be very cool. By the way, Arshad84 Super Chats top 10 chess players of all time according to you.
okay, I
That
will
can
tell
be at
one, you can tell one. My
ah.
one, your one, and then we'll do 10, okay? My first one, Carlson.
Okay, that one. Okay, Vichy.
Uh, Kramnik.
Bobby Fischer.
Fisher. Okay. Tal.
Gary Kasparov.
Mm, Karpov.
Morphy.
Okay. Maybe it's tough to say who's next, but
Yeah,
maybe
maybe we can come back to this. How many did we do? Right now?
Petrosian, maybe. Yeah, not so easy to tell who will be the remaining one. By the way, Aditya has sent a picture from the venue, Amrita,
Arey,
for all our viewers to
they can
see.
see already?
No, I
Okay.
will show them.
For all our viewers to see. Okay. No, they cannot see yet.
Look at this. So, guys, this is how the venue
Oh,
is. If you see
nice.
before the start of the game, you have all the photographers and videographers around, and there is this nice sort of look with a, how do you call it? What do you call it? The tomb or
Dome.
dome? Yeah, dome shaped. Sorry.
Wow. It's all circular, yeah? Any tournament today? Yeah, we will of course have a tournament, most probably. Kumar Gaurav says Amrita matching my favorite list. Okay, Boris Pasky was one of the suggestion by people. Sagar by the way, Sagar by after bishop d7, the d3 bishop is very strong. I feel, what do you think about my chess? Should I jump in Chullu Barpani?
No, but
कहाँ
Amrita,
से कहाँ गया?
Amrita, if you think about it, rookie one, I feel that Nepo got the position that I was talking about, but with losing one move.
Yeah,
Remember, I was
yeah.
telling that I want this. So, how much does one move make a
Ah,
difference?
chal,
Is the
let's see.
question.
Let's see. Like right now, I look. Let's say I don't know this much. Okay, whatever intuitively, I'm gonna suggest some moves. So first, obviously, you feel like suggesting a move like knight f1,
BD6.
bishop d6. Now you will think that whether you want to, yeah, I would be, you would be happy if the knight is on g3, but this could be scary.
Okay.
You may want to go bishop g5 also. And if I first try to think of knight g3, I will think of h5.
No, don't think all that.
Bishop g5.
Castle.
h5 strategically then bad move maybe. No, not really.
Maybe it's good.
Because I am trying to stop
I
this.
never.
Oh, Sagar.
Yeah,
h4
because
is
the
anyway
knight
happening
is
because
pinned.
there is pin. So yeah, I cannot go knight g3 just like that.
No, I mean you can go knight g3, but I can even castle as black. And if
Who
you
wants to castle?
if you play h3, I can take,
Hmm.
and even this position is playable. It's not like a bad position.
This is great. In fact, this is good.
Maybe e5, so that if you take, I take with the knight, attack your bishop and queen. Okay, but anyway, Amruta, this has happened. e6 was played, knight f1 has happened.
Okay, but that's that's a lot of bad there. But
And bishop d6 also on the
oh,
board.
so we are in this position where knight g3 is one thing. Is Nepo very well prepared for a move like h5 idea by chance? The other option you want to consider is bishop g5, where the first question comes to the mind is what if h6 and the bishop is attacked? Do you take, guys, or do you want to go back? A question to all of you, just to understand how you think.
Yeah. No, I don't think, Siddharth, that Yan would be stronger at rapid formats than Ding, because yes, overall maybe he's stronger, but when it comes to world championship tie breaks, there is a lot of nerves overall.
So more people want to go back bishop h4. They don't want to take the ear because kind of looks a little
because
scary.
then you long castle, Amrita,
Yeah.
and then you get your rook to g8, and
Yes.
you try to attack down the g5.
Yes, correct. Oh, by the way, Ding has not thought much and he's just gone for bishop g5. Unbelievable. I mean, isn't this position like, doesn't it feel like you want to consider knight g3? You want to consider bishop g5? You want to consider if there is some other idea? I don't know.
Maybe it's still in his prep, Amrita.
Yeah, he has 1 hour 46 minutes and Nepo has 1 hour 42 minutes. And h6 is one question. Second question is, I don't care. I'm just going to long castle and I
Also
want a
short
war.
castle, Amrita. Don't miss it.
Short.
Because short castle, bishop takes f6, gf6 is no problem.
I understand, okay? But my main question right now is this. I think Nepo is in a mood for a fight. Nepo is choosing such an opening. It's choosing such a variation. He's okay to, have a rash game.
Yeah.
He's okay for a bloodbath. So, how interesting it would be if he long castles. Oh my god. Do you think it will be interesting? Because all these ideas are going to be there.
Yeah, I think this is a very well-known position. I'll tell you why it's well-known. If you start with d4, d5, c4, e6.
Wait, if it
knight
was well known,
c3.
shouldn't it be known to me?
Exactly.
No.
Bishop
of
g5,
course.
bishop e7, e3, castles, bishop d3, c6, queen c2, knight d7. It's slightly different in the sense, but you will see that this is exactly what we have here, and this is exactly what you were talking here with reversed colors.
Oh yeah.
It's just almost the same.
Yeah.
Look,
actually,
let me just flip it here.
very hard. Like you need to also
Yeah,
flip
also
the
mirror it.
image.
So now look here and here and here. Anyway,
No, I agree.
you have to. Otherwise, I'll keep flipping. So, okay, but Amrita, the thing is, I had one question for the chat. That after bishop d6 here, if I had played a move like
Tournament. Yes.
if I had played,
Yeah, bishop g5 is a great moment.
No,
Please
no.
ask the question.
have we missed something?
Where?
Okay.
This
What
is a
happens
good
to
tournament.
knight e3? Why is this a bad move? Let's see.
Oh, it is a bad move?
Yes.
Very surprising. I mean, that the bar didn't like it this much? So it's a very good question, Sagar.
You know, one, by the way, what is our chat rooting for? Who are they rooting for? We have around 800 votes.
Being 70%, Nepo
Oh,
30%. Of course, everybody
wow.
wants what to say, exciting. Like they want to see tie breaks.
Ah.
They want to see.
Okay.
Oh, people have got it.
So Amrita, the thing is, few of them have said bishop h2,
Hmm.
and a few of them
Have
have
said
said
bishop
bishop
f3.
f3.
Is it like right? Oh, right move order.
Yes. So the thing is,
Oh,
bishop h2 is the right move. Well
wow.
done, Shaunak, Mahesh, Arav.
आरव गोयंका अनित्य धार्मिक पारस पावले सर्वानी आराध्य.
But Amrita, if you play take, you might still think, oh, I'm winning a pawn, right? Because now I go here.
Yeah.
But the problem after king h1 is that your bishop is now getting trapped. So you run back with your bishop. But now comes a very important move, white to play.
Which he gave such a big hint.
What?
If all of you were alert,
Why?
there was a hint in your action.
Really?
Really. Oh, people are confused for actually two moves.
Actually, Amrita,
That's
our
a cool
chat
one.
is very strong in that sense, and they are considering two ideas. So, very well done, guys. Oops, sorry. These are the two moves that are correct: knight d5 and knight f5, Amrita. Both look good.
Yeah. No, sorry. I'm looking at that. I'm just looking at because I thought knight. I'm wondering 95 you're winning a pawn. How knight f5? Because bishop goes back to f8.
Yeah, no. If knight f5, bishop f8, it already looks a bit passive, right?
With compensation, you want to.
But imagine, here's a nice question, and here's a tactic which people should know. If castling, then what would white play here? White to play, guys. You know, Amrita, this idea?
I don't need to know everything. I can find things on the board. By the way, you were very right. In the game, Nepo has gone for castle,
Short castle.
which is simple. He's not ready for a bloodbath.
Okay, here's the move, guys, and I don't know how many of you found it. The right move is knight g7, and yes, we have a good deal of people. Paule, Paras,
Paras, Telegram, Dharmik, Mahesh, Sarvani, Srirang, Saumik, Siddharth, Arav.
and the point is, guys, please continue now. All of you who have done this, please continue white to play. This is a very typical attacking pattern. My friend with whom I traveled to a lot of tournaments early on when I was growing up, his name was Sohan Fadke. He had a name for this theme. He used to call it the Khechne theme, which in Marathi means to pull someone out, basically to खेचणे.
खेचणे नहीं है खेचणे.
खेचणे. Chane.
खेचणे.
Okay, basically it's the pulling theme, and the right move, as our chat has correctly said, it's bishop h6, also in English called decoy. You basically force a piece out, and our chat has done a brilliant job here of finding the answer. Sarvani, Pavle, Shaunak, Madhumithan, Mahesh, Dharmik, Oji, Srirang, Shaumik, and Suja. Because if you go back, Amrita, this is mate. So you must take, but then what is the king is just gone, and find a mate in one move, guys. Find a mate in one. Let's see if 50 people can find it, Amrita. I
Out
don't
of
think
360, you're talking 50.
50. Yeah, that's possible. Actually, 72 would be a very high aim, 20%. 72 people, if they can answer.
And you also have to answer, Sagar, is there going to be a tournament?
Yes. Should we? You should do it, right?
20 minutes I can play, you can take some rest in that time.
Okay, sure.
Shashwat Sharma, thank you for your super chat.
Thank
super
you, Shashwat.
contribution.
Okay, the move here. Let's see how many have answered, Amrita. I don't know if we have reached that number. 42 people. Not bad, guys. Not
No, but
bad.
we want 50. 1 second. Why are you giving up? 44 right now. We have reached 44.
Paule, Saumik,
47.
Mahesh, Aradhya, Telegram, OG, Goenka, Clara, Paras, and Vishnu. Good job,
48.
Bishop.
2 ही बच गए.
हाँ ठीक है, पर दिखाने तो Bishop E2 checkmate is the right move. And the nice thing, Amrita, is we have reached 50.
Yay,
But
53.
53 out of 57 or 58 moves, may say 55 are right. Which means that the overall level of our chat is off the charts. Like super strong chat.
We should have Sagar versus chat. One tournament.
Yeah, good idea.
In person.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
All of them.
We can
At
give
Phoenix, yeah, club.
we can
one
give
day.
all of them a voting machine.
Huh?
And then whatever is the highest vote, the move is made.
Right, right.
Nice idea, right?
During election, we'll also have a lot of voting machines available.
Yes. So castling was done here,
Yes.
Amrita.
Castling is done, so Nepo wants a simple path. We are going for a tournament. Maybe this is this should this be the position?
Let's do and let's first check if any of the position has reached this in the games.
Lara says Amrita इस बार fourth नहीं आऊंगा, third ही आऊंगा. अरे पर first भी आ सकते हो ना. क्या ही confidence to come third. Why didn't Ding go 95 instead of Bishop D3? He didn't think much, played quickly after considering Bishop D7 was a novelty.
That's a good actually that's a brilliant question by who has asked this?
I'm an Indian engineer.
Yeah, fantastic question. Because Amrita, he says that we're here after Bishop D7, why Bishop D3 and why not Knight E5? Because if
Bishop F5, there is Bishop B5 check, right?
Yeah, and then if you play Knight C6, then I can take on D7, Queen D7, and then play Bishop D3 and castle, and I have the Bishop pair.
Okay.
So this was for sure. Yeah, I mean a good, very good suggestion by Indian engineer. He says, I mean Indian engineer is always very smart. Knight D7 hanging and should have tried. Yeah, like you're right. How much time did he take? He had 157.
No, he played very immediately.
And he played within 1.5 minutes. Yeah, around 1.5.
Amrita third नहीं लिखा है, top 3 लिखा. Sorry, my speed reading. Okay, Clara, you can write one time one comment. Don't worry, I will read it. Get Raja also on stream.
Yes, I think I
Powerful faces. I love you. I love both of you from Pakistan. And that's very nice.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, so we are going to be playing a tournament right now from the same position as Ding versus Nepo's game. Right now, Ding is thinking. So it would be very interesting. So can we give 20 minutes because I think it's an important middle game.
20 only. All those who want to play
you can
click on the link in which is the pinned link here, guys. I am pinning it. 1 second.
Wait. Yeah, you can join this link.
Pinned link is there. Please join it so that you can be a part of this tournament, and then you can play just like how Nepo and Ding are playing. It always helps, and you can always understand what the feeling is like when you are able to see them in action. Also, guys, very recently while you are signing up, we have launched a new video course. It's a Fritz trainer on ChessBase India. It is our first ever product that we have created in our studio, that is Attack Like a Super GM with Gukesh. So that is something which is available now for pre-order, and for 100 people we have 3 months of ChessBase account free, which is worth 500 rupees. So if you would like to see it anyway, it's a good idea to order it now and get it. And also I have a small offer to all the people. Any serious guy who wants to improve at chess can get it beforehand if they want it from us. But if you can then write an honest review whether you like it or not, then please write to us at chessbaseindia@gmail.com. I will send you Gukesh's this with, we will send it across, and then you can see it and write an honest review how it was and so on. So this is something which we are very keen on 2 or 3 people doing it, so that they would get to know how it is. But as I always say, it should be honest. If you don't like, you should say you don't like it. If you like it, you should say you like it. And by the way, this is how it
Tiebreak
looks.
Kapoor says, I want it beforehand, Sagar bhai, please.
Yeah, just write to
So,
us.
so I think it also means that the DVD, the Fritz trainer would be around 5 hours or so.
4
and
hours 14 minutes.
4 hours 14 minutes. So you will need to, like, moments you will pause, you will think, you will try
Yeah,
to,
it will
so
take
it
2
will
3
take
days.
you, if you're doing very seriously, it will take you 2-3 days.
Right.
In a way, it's almost like partial getting some training from Gukesh.
Yes.
Wow.
No, it's a great one. I actually personally think it's very nice, not because I made it, but because I also learnt a lot from Gukesh. And if you see, Gukesh is a very objective person. If he doesn't like something, he would say it's okay, but he also enjoyed doing it.
Yeah, like you say, this if I cook and if you don't like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very honest.
Sagar bhai, take me in your leeches team.
Yes, I have accepted all those who are.
Gupta says I'm practicing opening theory of King's Gambit. And if I get it, it will help me a lot.
What we will do
King's
is
Gambit.
eventually we want to give someone, we will put up we'll try to do it via Discord. I think that might be the best place.
Yeah.
So we have a Discord server, ChessBase India Discord server. If there is some mod, they can put
Hey,
it
you
in.
will once you copy the position, Sagar, you'll have to do it fast, right? Because
Yeah.
the position can change
I
otherwise.
have copied already, right? Or
But did
not
he play?
today? Oh no, wait, Amruta. Bishop Castle is the last move.
Yeah. This is the position.
So wait 1 minute. Did I copy or not? Or are we going to play from initial position?
No. Please. There's no point. Then you end the tournament. 1 minute only left. 48 seconds.
Yeah, it was the same. It was there, Amrita.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't say it wasn't there or anything. I just asked. And Todd Bavin asks, what is your best opinion to improve at chess? I have a thing to add here. The best thing is that the vision while playing or the goal while playing can be you want to make the best move in any given position.
Yeah, my thing is that chess is all about decision making. So if you can make better decisions, you will do well. By the way, I'm putting the link to our Discord server so
Yeah.
that
Also Sagar, put this over here so that I can keep accepting, and my game over here so that I just
yeah, your
if it
game
is
has
coming.
started.
Okay, it is
One
started.
second. Let me
I'll
first.
lose.
Yeah, I made a move. I'm putting the Discord server link so people can come there later.
Oh, what do you have to play? It's forcing. एक move खेल देना. I'll not lose time.
No, if I play this position, Amruta, I will be. You will win.
Then why don't you play this game with? So your challenge is you're also going to win this game. Plus you manage everything else. One game you can win.
What manage what?
Allowing people, like accepting people. Geeta says also accept me in the team.
Rook C1. ये क्या है?
Guys, all those who have joined in right now, there is a tournament happening which is from the position of Ding versus Nepo. That point, you can play, you can, so that you can improve the understanding, you can check out what plans you are going for, and then you can compare with how these people are playing. So you can join the tournament, the link is pinned. You have to be the club member.
This is a very interesting move. I shut my bishop. But my point
But
is, I want
But
to
it's not, block. No, you can always play f4 in the future, but then you will shut another bishop.
No, look at this idea. Now pin here. So then what I'll do is I'll kick this away. I'll bring this here. I'll bring this and try to attack.
Amazing. Sarfaraj asks, where is draw in poll? Is CBI sure that today we all get decisive result?
Oh no, I said who is your favorite? No.
Who are you rooting for?
Yeah.
Trixie says, I don't even play chess that much, but I love your commentary games, Sagar. Hope to see more of them. Yeah, guys, you should check out the games which Sagar commentates. Let's say, right, yesterday Arjun's games, or I mean the top players. It's very nice. There's a lot of energy there, excitement. Oh, by the way, Utkarsh says bishop took on f6 for Ding's move. Okay, Ding took on f6.
Nice.
Thanks
Interesting.
for the update there. Pranav, your request will be accepted. Give a bit of moment.
Oh no, I played a horrible move.
It's okay, he doesn't know.
But I played the most horrible move.
But now fight, Sagar, you have more time. You can win this. You are playing against Master Madhav, who is yet to become a master.
No. No.
You cannot lose this. You don't understand.
Come
on.
I can lose.
No, fight back. Pranav, you have to wait. Every second is important here. रुक जाइए. रुक जाइए. You can take knight f5. Come on, come on. You can still win.
No, I should not have played bishop h5.
Don't regret right now. Let's focus. Rook e4, rook e4, rook e4.
Everyone. Oh no. I think there was a chance, no?
Exactly. There is always a
Right.
chance, Sagar.
Amazing.
Okay. ठीक है. Let's accept. We've accepted. Sagar, would you like to take some rest?
Yeah.
And you can join in. How much time is the game left? 14 minutes.
Yeah.
You could join after 14 minutes.
Okay, Amrita.
Praveen Tilekar says, Sagar bhai namaskar. Okay, namaskar. Excuse me. Has he played? H3. Oh, I have to play. Bishop G.
You are right, you are move.
Got it. I'm playing against Raksh. Is it Rakshit? I'm not sure 100%. Oh, F4. Bapre. No dar. Did I just win a pawn? Yes, I did. Am I going to be... Guys, checkmate in 2 moves. Can you find it? And there it is. Back to tournament. Should I do back to tournament or does it start? Should I do back to tournament? Okay. Guys, you can play, you can join the event, and we are playing from the same position which was there. Oh, game has started. I am white. Let me see. So bishop f6 was played by Ding, so I am also taking there. All of you also can do the same. Has Ding played anything more, guys? In case, just in case, I don't know. But anyway, let's play because we really need to play. h3, do I need to go h3? Is it a good idea or can I just... Okay, let's go h3. I'm not sure about this move, but well. Bishop g4. Oh, so bishop h5. G... नहीं चाहिए. एक second, I cannot lose. Can you play or can you play?
No, I think taking is bad, Sakshray. Maybe you should have gone f5 there. Now f5 means knight f5 looks strong. E5, queen f5 with the idea of attacking here. Yeah, this just looks very strong. Oh, f6 is there. I missed it. But okay, I have compensation. I did sack a piece unnecessarily. Amrita.
Oh, that's fine. We've tried to make it interesting. In case you want to go now, you can go. We're playing with Saksha Ray. Oh, you can take some rest.
Yeah, you
Go,
can
go.
finish this game.
Yeah.
Sakshray.
D7, it's open there. Oops. Akshay is thinking Sagar has sacked a piece. How many pawns? 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, he has 2 pawns for a piece, so not bad. Already not bad. Awesome. Isn't that a blunder, Rook f7? No. Not yet. But oh my god. That's okay. What the hell? Why did I not take on d5? I'm such a stupid person. I am such a stupid person. That's cool. Okay, black resigned. I won. I think he made a queen blunder. He missed it. That's fine. Guys, if you want to join the tournament, it's from the position of Ding versus Ayan. If any moves have happened, can you just let me know? Shailesh Kumar asks why you guys don't invite. I think Sagar would be in touch. So I'm not sure. Which opening? Fine. Let's just go back to the tournament and see if a new game is going to start. Who is leading, by the way? Chess Tactics Champion is leading. Anurag on number 2. Paras Boyer number 3. Interesting. Where am I? Oh, game has started. Ding played bishop f6. So let me also go bishop f6. Any moves have happened then? Because it will be great to go for. Bishop f3. Okay, we have an intermediate move. Queen f3. Gf6. Am I not just winning a pawn here? Sorry to say, but Jaishil, did you not just blunder? Yeah, I guess you did. Okay, sorry. f5 has been played. Another blunder because you pushed that pawn. I think you have missed rook takes e6, and along with it you have also missed that there is a double attack there. If anyone wants to join, there is a pinned link there. You can join. Maybe 1 or 2 games you might be able to play. The tournament is still another 5 minutes more. 6 minutes. It's from the same game as Ding versus Nepo. To understand better, he played Queen f7. Oh, when did he play? I think I've been talking. Yep. So Jaishil, you have to work on your tactics. Rook d6. Oh, he resigned. Fine, this is over. I get to play more games. Perfect. Get ready, players. Get ready. Anybody wants to join? You can join in that link right now. I'm not getting an opponent or what? Yes, I got. I'm black. He takes here. I'll take here. Oh, that's a cool pre-move. I remember Sagar had tried something like f5 in the last game. I think I like that. Oh, knight e3. Isn't that a blunder now? Takes, moves, bishop h5. Absolutely. Or not yet. And takes, moves, bishop h5. Smart. Not really. It's not really a blunder. Cool. Swaraj Saha. I'm playing with Swaraj Saha. h3. Defended this thing there. And I like the move f5 very much. It's using the pawns beautifully. I love the G open file. I'm really going to use it. He went back 93, knight f1 again. I don't see any disco yet. Let me carry on with my ideas there. I don't really understand what he's planning because he is moving his pieces, but where? What does he want to really maneuver? Oh, I'm happy to exchange this bishop actually. Absolutely happy. Wait. Here I have to be a little careful. How about this move? I stop your queen h5 forever. Oops. How about this idea? Okay, there. I am maneuvering my knight. I think you've lost a pawn there. Oh, did you forget about your queen, Swaraj? Very sad. Sorry for you. Happens. I think you're playing too fast. Maybe you have 13 seconds. But it's all over, dude. Well, right, it's a mate. And it's a back rank mate. As you see, all of them are covered. My bishop here, it's a back rank mate. Okay, Swaraj, I think what you did was to... maybe I get another game. 1 minute 54 seconds have left. Guys, if anybody wants to join, it could be a last game. You can join. It's on the position which... Okay, my opponent has played, which Ding and Nepo had played. Swaraj, I think you moved your pieces without any goals for them. They were just moving, but they were not conscious. They had no ideas. I like that move, Rook C1, very much. Quite nice, yeah. And think I need to figure out a way to stop your ideas. Amazing move. Oof. Okay. Maybe a little less amazing than I thought, but I want to try something which is a little risky. Let me try. I've thought a long time. I'm playing with hanging pawn. He's 2-1-4-2. Must be a strong player. Let's see. Double pawns. No more. Center looks very strong, but my king is slightly exposed. Who is it going to be favoring? Let's not forget I have one nice shelter instead of a pawn, which bishop can go back to g6. Right now I have a very, very strong idea. Obviously all of you can see it. Oops. g4. Okay. Bishop g6. Knight h4. You are going there. I get it. I get it. How about... should I exchange? No, I don't need to. How about e4? Bishop e2. How about... oh, I like this defense there. He's alert, yeah? Your knight has to make a life choice. Okay, there you go. Maybe I can take you. Oh my god, I have to be extremely careful. Oh, what did he play? I didn't realize. Shit. Oh, did he play?
अभी तक खत्म नहीं हुआ. अच्छा लास्ट गेम. कम ऑन. अरे क्या कर रही है?
अरे तूने बोला मैं खेलता हूँ.
Oh no. Oh. अच्छा from here huh? Oh.
Oh shit! Oh no, it's okay. Hard luck, very sorry for that. Yaar. You were almost there. Rook h8, king h8, a4. No, your pawn was an a4. No?
Oh, you played well, Amruta.
Arey, I was playing really.
You won all the games.
Yeah, exactly.
16th. Wow. High five. Paras Bhoir won. Anurag
Paras
second.
Bhoir is the champion with a performance of 2-3-1-3. Amazing. Amazing. Anurag came second. He has a performance of 2-1-4-9. He played 8 games. Paras played 6 games. Actually, the number of games is not mattering. Result is more important. Dheya Agarwal came third with 2205 performance. He played 7 games. And by the way, Clara says one more congrats to me for getting 4th rank. 5 in a row. How do you manage that? I have no idea, but really, that's funny.
Amruta, let's go back to the game. Guys, well played. Thank you all for
I think
playing.
it was amazing that we played this. Let's just compare. Bishop f6 was played. G f6. You must not have got a bit of rest.
Yeah, I will take. So knight g3 was played, Amruta, now.
Knight g3,
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't play h3. Most of the games and most of my opponents and even me, I played h3. It just felt a little scary. Because for knight g3, h5...
It's already better.
Yeah.
And also the thing is, one game I
Just
played
that one
knight
move
e3.
h3 is better for black.
Yeah. And now
I really liked your f5 idea later.
Or king h8.
Yeah, I really like that, and that was very difficult for white to play.
Yeah, you see, like the king can be safe on h8 and rook on g8. So it's not like the king is very exposed.
Absolutely.
But now his point of knight g3 is that he wants to play h3 and get the bishop.
So here the first instinct which normally comes is what if h5? Okay, and you're just scared maybe it is a bluff. But you just
h5,
feel a little
h3?
dangerous. Now the question is, you want to consider moves like h4.
Only move, right? Because if you take here, then queen f3, and already this is very weak.
And f6, double attack, yeah? You
Yeah.
lose a pawn. After
So
bishop
if you
f3, if you just show the people.
Take, attack here and here, and it's very bad. And also, just so everyone knows, that bishop g3 is not going to solve anything, because after fg3, your bishop is hanging anyway. So you must take, and then queen takes f3, and white is better.
Got it.
So that's the reason why
Oh, so
here
h5 is not easy.
h5 you have to play h4 now.
Okay, so now firstly, if I take on g4, I want to consider
You
a
must
capture.
only move.
Because I can't take my knight to f1.
You can go back. That's
If I go back, you go bishop h5, right? And your
Yes.
bishop stays there forever.
So take. But this is now better for black.
Because you are taking my f2 pawn and my king is weak, is it?
Yeah,
Or king
yes.
g7. Maybe
I
king
mean-
g7.
Oh, yeah, king g7,
Yeah.
rook h8.
Yeah.
It's just better. You can't do anything. If you take here, I
Yeah.
take with the bishop.
Got it.
So actually, your move h5 is not so senseless, Amrita.
No, not.
I would have never
Why
thought.
do you think it's
No, I was thinking king h8 looks more to the spirit. You go rook g8.
That is also very nice move, in fact.
Like, let's say
also I like
h3,
it.
take. Oops, sorry, take. And now this is hanging.
f5.
So f5.
And then queen h5.
And then I can go
No.
rook g8.
Ah.
Queen h5, maybe this is hanging, right? Pawn.
So maybe knight h5.
I had actually in one game sacrificed this.
Actually, Sagar, I didn't continue well, though I won, but it was a good idea.
But now
Because winning
f6.
d5 also. The stupid thing is I didn't take on d5.
Yeah, you can take. But I had gone rook e6 in my.
That was better. After that, queen d7 was played, and
So
I should have
queen
just.
d7 just take win.
How?
If queen d6 mate. Queen f5
Oh
bishop.
my god, I didn't take. Oh my god, I didn't take. Okay. By the way, people in the chat, Reena says I'm unbeatable 11. Okay, he came 11th. He was unbelievable. I missed the tournament. Siddhan, tomorrow maybe. I got 12th place. Says Sarvani Chedela. Today people have to yet. Anurag was the one who came second, by the way. Okay, get it. Oh, Himang says, in case people in the chat don't know, Aditya Surroy from ChessBase India is at the World Championship match venue today.
Yes.
And
we'll all wait for a question from him today. Some good question. If we'll see in the press conference, what will he ask?
Yeah.
Aditya can ask something like, Ding, how do you sleep so well? Or do you sleep well? Something very weird, and then everyone will.
Dwaj Jyoti says amazing stream, Sagar. Nice. Wasn't g3 a better move than knight with knight e3 attacking bishop? Asked Simon, Indian engineer.
Kab?
Wasn't g3? Yeah, you have to tell us where. And
Maybe
what
here.
is the time
Maybe he wants to do
situation?
g3 here with the idea of knight e3. But then I'll just stay here, right? What is the benefit you will get? Time situation is 118 for Ding. Actually, Ding took quite a lot of time to take on f6. He took 28 minutes.
Exactly my question, Sagar. Bishop f6, practical level. I mean, he's taking that because look at the imbalances he's creating. But I feel it's more comfortable for black. Like when I had to play the games in the tournaments, with black it felt nicer. I mean, with so many ideas. What about you? Which side did you prefer? And maybe in the chat, whoever played the tournament can also say. Because you were given a complete unclear position, not like other yesterday or day before where there was a slight initiative. It was unclear. So what did you prefer?
I don't know what should be White's plan as such. I mean, yeah, I understand he wants to go h3, but king h8, h3, bishop f3, queen f3, f5. I don't know what is the way to continue. Either you sack or you try for something here like knight h5.
I always wanted to try c4 somehow.
No, Amrita, c4, how do you make it work? Because d4 is always hanging. But
not always, actually. That's the whole point. You keep that thing in hand.
Yeah.
Divya says I prefer black. Akshada says I think white.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer.
Ujjwal says I prefer being an arbiter. Both sides are difficult to me. H5 is the best attack.
No, h5 if Nepo plays, I will be very surprised because it looks like a great move, but a match situation somehow doesn't warrant such an aggressive approach because after bishop e2, now h4 is hanging. You will have to give up your bishop firstly, and it does look a bit scary to have your pawn so further up. And I think
Depends, Sagar. For
to,
aggressive people, it is not scary. It is absolutely like, oh, very exciting.
yes, but today Nepo is must sort of he shouldn't lose type of a mindset, and I
Correct.
think a lot of psychology is involved today because he's so close to the finish line now. With three
Yeah.
games left, he has a 1 point lead. His score is 6 points. He needs only 1.5 out of
Yeah.
three. So imagine that he gets three draws. He's the champion. He's the
Sure,
world
I
champion.
agree with you completely. But there are some roots in him.
Mm.
What kind of a player he was. He was a very chess, like very crazy. He used to play very crazy chess. किधर भी ये मर रहा है, something is hanging there, he's attacking, he's aggressive, openings are crazy. So all of these things were there. That is the reason this position might get him back his roots. Like he feels tempted to play something which is very interesting.
Very interesting. I mean, generally, if you want to be in a high state of performance, you have to be true to yourself. But sometimes it's very difficult to do that because you are worried that it might not lead to the best outcome. So, if Nepo is able to sort of put the result away in his mind and just focus on playing a good game, then maybe h5 could come in. But I think Amruta, if h5 would come in your mind when there are no good moves there, like all other. But king h8 is good,
Yeah,
f5 is good.
I like king h8 because it is calm. It is a move which seems like kabhi na kabhi karna
Yeah.
hi hai. Like if you shift to a house, you won't be like Wi-Fi router ही नहीं है. kabhi na, that is something you will have it.
Yeah.
Sagar, you need to take some rest. Really.
No, I am fine.
You have to take some rest for 15 minutes. That's the only time. Only one
What
time.
time are you
off.
leaving?
I might leave around 4:30, 4:45. So you might, and you're very tired. So you can decide.
By the way, Gautam's question is Amruta.
In between, JJ Sharma and
Go.
Siddhant has said nice shirt, Sagar.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hi Sagar, big fan. I follow you a lot. I am a very average player with an elo around 13-1400 in rapid and bullet. Any suggestions from your side? I feel I'm stuck at this point. Gautam, maybe you can write to us at chessbaseindia@gmail.com and share your ID with us, and maybe then it's easier to know. Otherwise, it's very tough to say. Like someone will say, I have feeling uneasy. You don't know, right, which part of the body is uneasy and so on. So it has to be checked in the same way your games have to be checked to understand where you're going wrong.
Himang says another interesting question could be when was the last time Kohli system was played in a world championship match? And for that, Himang, I think the chat is the best. they are able to bring up all the stats and maybe, yeah. I'm an Indian engineer says, but if Nepo thinks he can win this and end all the chances for Ding, he will play h5.
Nimish Ghanwat says, if Nepo becomes a champion, will he be world champion from Russia or FIDE?
Oh,
Because he's playing under the FIDE
then
flag.
FIDE.
But
though people will know, but it will be FIDE.
His nationality will not change, right? He will still be a Russian. So yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, Gautama has asked if h3, bishop takes g3, f takes g3, and then bishop takes
firstly,
h3
I can
wants to sacrifice.
Gautam, I can, instead of taking here, I can take here also. So that is one point. But I can understand that you want to go from the move order of bishop h3. Maybe that makes more sense to you. Takes.
You want to give a
and now
perpetual.
bishop g3.
Oh my god. So is there a perpetual if g3,
Man,
g3? Oh, this is
Vaibhav
cool.
Gautam has given us a great concept. Yeah,
wow.
here. Vaibhav. Very good.
Amazing.
King h1 forced, right?
Yeah. But then anyway, queen h3, queen rook g8.
No, queen h3 is knight h2. So here, queen f3 next. Like let's say you go rook g8, I can go queen f3,
You're
and
defending.
I'm attacking
Yes,
here,
yes.
and I think this is okay.
Yeah.
But if king h1,
Rook g8, you said.
rook g8,
With that of
now
queen
you don't
g2
have
mate.
this.
Yeah, but queen g2 mate is threatened. So queen e2. Now
Take.
knight h2. You have lost that queen f3 move. I mean, at least your queen is not challenged here.
Yeah,
So
so
black
now
gets some time to
let me
improve.
go rook g3.
And now you're attacking the d3 bishop. Let's
Yes.
say I want to save it, of course. I don't want to
How
give it
about
away. But then this rook comes in.
how about queen f2? Is it so stupid? Like,
Queen f2.
yeah.
Oh my god. Do you want to
Okay,
do
rook
this?
d3,
If rook d3.
queen
Arre,
f3.
oh my god, what?
Yeah,
You're
my
losing?
idea was to go rook g1. Okay,
And
now
this.
I thought queen h8 to 8 should be also.
It is complete
No,
bar
no, no,
dance
Amrita, Amrita, Amrita,
happening
Amrita,
here
Amrita.
because if
Okay,
you
rook
take
d2.
here, there is a big problem. Rook d2 and it's a
If queen
forced
b7,
mate.
king d6.
No check. This is controlled. And otherwise it would have defended if you see. Wow. This was fun.
No, so
Fun
king
video stream.
f8. I think the right move here is rook a f1 maybe. Or no, there is rook g7 also, right? Which one is better? Rook g7 looks strong.
Rook f1 I like. Oh, and in between, Nepo has made a move. But before we go there,
Now I can. Yeah. This looks.
we need to see attack with
Yeah,
Gukesh
now
Sagar.
now this works because now there is no mate after rook d2 because I can play rook g2. There's no queen g3, queen on h3. Okay, so my point was to do this, but I understand that rook a
Yeah.
g8 is game over.
Just rook g2 is the threat, and if rook g1 to finish the
take
final
here.
variation.
Yeah.
If rook g1 here. Rook g2, queen g2 is a mate. Sorry. That's why not queen f6. Just.
No, wait. Sorry, queen f4 I want. Crazy, huh?
And
Look at
now
how
for
they've
check, you
packed.
again go king g8.
Yeah, they've
after the
packed it
same.
completely here. And now this knight got like completely cornered.
Yeah, absolutely.
By the way, f5 played by Nepo Amruta, very quickly h3 played by Ding already.
And of course, he will take here mostly. But as I said, yeah, the position after bishop f6, Ding would have felt that this is the perfect position for must win situation. But the chances are that he's going to land up in trouble.
Yeah, I agree. This might be the defining moment of the World Championship match, guys. That Nepo has absolutely no issues out of the opening. He'll go king h8, rook g8, rook g6, rook g8. I mean, it's so easy to play as black. And knight e7 is a very safe move, preventing all sacrifices on f5. So with this, it seems like Ding is completely in trouble right now. Out of the opening, it has not worked out for him.
No, not at all. In fact, I think the main change was to take on f6. This position was important, very critical position after castle. Even bishop g5, I would like, we had two options here, knight, but still, what a move, what a preparation Nepo has got. Going bishop d7, then going bishop g4. It's completely confusing, it was. This point, bishop f6 was not so easy, yeah, to assess that black is getting such a great position there. Okay, Divya Kapoor says, Sagar sir, kal se I have my first rated tournament with a time control of 60 plus 30. Can I send you all my games? Can you please advise what I can improve? As I don't have any coach, but one local tournaments.
Yeah, sure. Okay, Amrita.
And Ashwin says Cole system was last played in 2016 World Championship in game 8.
Oh, Wow, thank you, Ashwin. That's such a great info. That means Karyak in Magnus के game में match हुआ. By the way, Amruta, Bishop F3 has happened, and now Ding is thinking.
Oh, bishop f3. Of course, queen f3 is forced.
I
Why is
don't,
he thinking?
I don't know. Maybe he's out. He's like walking
Okay.
around somewhere, or is in his restroom, waiting room. But now, Amruta, what would you play here?
For queen f3?
Yeah, I
The
would
first,
prefer not to go king h8 because of this knight f5 sacrifice, which is not decisive, but
yeah, but
just out of.
yeah.
But knight e7 safety first approach looks
Yeah, I
good.
like knight e7 as one idea. I'm not sure because f4 looks a little scary. Opens up this and knight h5 is happening. So that way, instinctively, it doesn't look the best. But I like knight e7. In fact, in one of the games also I had taken. But king h8 looks the most natural. Like for the
Yeah,
first move, he will consider king h8. And knight f5 would be a big question whether Ding will seriously consider it or not.
I don't think. Because after f6, black's defensive resources are pretty solid. So, Amruta, one question is here. Here, take. How is bishop takes g3 as a move? But if you see, it's not a good move. And can anyone tell me why is this not good? This change of structure, how does it help white? Can anyone tell me what is the reason why bishop takes g3, fg3 is in white's favor?
Absolutely.
Yes, Mohammed.
Mohammad, Prahlad, Mahesh,
White can go g4.
Suju, Sujat,
Right, Amruta?
Siddhant, Pratik, Anitya, Naike, Divya, Akshija. Yes, absolutely. G4 break is happening. That's a great double pawn.
Hey, Amruta, something different happened. He went knight. Oh, this happened. He played knight e7. The
Yeah.
move which we thought he would do. And Ding instantly. So Ding is playing very fast suddenly.
He has 1 hour 15 minutes. Nepo has 1 hour 13 minutes. They have made 16 moves. So another 25 moves. So there is no time pressure right
Again,
now.
king h8. I think all natural moves being made.
Yeah.
And what if knight sits here, stopping rook g8?
I like it. With the idea of queen h5. Yeah. Knight g6 suppose.
No, don't
Queen
do
h5
this,
is lost.
Amruta. Do this. Trade the knights. Because either he has to take and allow my rook on g8, or he has to go back.
मैं तेरे पीछे पीछे
And I can come back.
पीछे
Actually, I would tell very importantly, I think Ding should at this point just pull the brakes and go for a draw.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Because the chances of black getting initiative is much more.
Correct.
And he should hold his. Tomorrow he should try to hold. And last game
Yeah.
should be it. And if Ding wins and if it goes in tiebreak, it's going to be like a dessert for chess players. Delight.
When was the last time in a world championship match that the last classical game was decisive and that led to a world champion being crowned? When did that happen? Guys, here's your question.
Wow, amazing. Lokeshwar Reddy asks, please suggest if I can start any chess training for my 4-year-old and 6-year-old kids, or is it too early? Any suggestions on what would be the right ways to start for them? Offline, trainer, books, etc.
I think it's a good time to start, especially 4 years. I think is a good time. 6 is perfect. I mean, maybe you can say even at 4 it's perfect. So maybe 6 is you are a bit late, not late as that late, but you should definitely start. And I think one of the things you can do is get our book Chesspa in Chess Adventure Park. That would be a nice one. It's available in our shop. The other thing is to
Yeah, if they show interest and all, then
yeah, then you can find a local trainer.
yeah,
Also, if there are some clubs or somewhere they can go and play others, that would be nice.
exactly.
And you can always under your supervision see something they can do on online, some tactics. Like
Yeah.
on Lichess, there are some very good things, or on chessranga.com, which
Yeah,
we
on
have built.
Chessranga, the basic videos which we have how to play chess series is really good, very helpful, very simple. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
By
the match, the game in which the last game was decisive, not previous any. Like last, I believe was Anand Topalov, where the last classical game scores were tied, and Topalov had white pieces, and I think Topalov went all in to win because he thought in the tie breaks he would be worse than Vichy. By the way, Amruta, after knight h5, king h8 did happen, but then he played g4.
G4
Wow,
already.
g4. We didn't expect this, huh? From
Oh,
Ding.
we were looking at, if we get this double pawn there, then we can go G4, but
Yeah.
Ding has already gone G4.
But now Amrita rook g8 played.
Played, huh?
Yeah. And what he wants to do is he, of course, Ding's move is kind of forced.
King H1,
You
right?
can't take because it's pinned.
Or King
So
F1.
king h1 I think is right. Oh, why to put king here?
Doesn't seem so good. King H1. So right now, what if Rook G5?
But rook g5, g takes f5.
Knight F5.
Rook g1.
Rook G8.
रुक जीवन है
ऐसा
इस जीवन का
नहीं है ना गाना?
ये जीवन है इस
Rook G1 वापस.
take
No, I don't take. I go Rook G1 here.
no, I'm taking. I'm saying take
Acha, you want
queen
to take.
g4, threaten mate, f6 only move, bring your rook to g1. I think queen f7 is better for black, so instead of that rook e1 attacking here. If now queen f7, what is the move here for white?
Rook E6.
Yes.
Game over.
Not over,
Deflection.
but not over. Rook G, there is rook g5, sorry. And then there is rook f6.
Yep. Awesome.
It's a crazy line.
Rook G4, Rook F7. I mean, let's end up where the forcing variation stops.
Is winning for white.
Winning.
But better move is queen g8. Okay, anyway, rook g8 played, king h1 most likely. I think he might be considering king f1, Amruta, your move. But if king f1, the problem is knight g6. And my thing is, if you play g takes f5, there is knight h4. And suddenly the queen is trapped. Can't go here, can't go here, can't go here, can't go here.
But so then what is the difference if you go king h1 and the same idea, knight g6, let's say?
Yeah, we'll see. But this is better for black.
Okay, because of the king on f1.
But if you go king here,
king h1
and knight g6, then after, maybe it's the best move, yeah, Amrita?
Not me. I mean, you only suggested.
No, it's great. It's great.
No, I think Ding is definitely getting in trouble. The only good thing which is going to be there for him is like it is going to be so imbalanced and the kings are going to be weak, which means one inaccuracy from black gives him more chances.
Right.
Not like that stable position.
So, brother, do you think Nepo can find knight g6 here? Because the idea is to take. If you take, then there is knight h4. That is the point.
I think he will find. What do you think, chat? Will he?
Knight g6 means that would be very strong. Rook g1, then I mean this for sure that black is fine here.
Yeah. Sagar.
Yeah.
Are you very tired?
No, I'll go.
Can you listen to your body?
I'm fine.
Anand mentions on Twitter that after knight h5, white's position is pleasant enough. Oh, Hima, that's interesting. That's an interesting information which you have shared. And he mentions here after knight h5, like at this point, he is already thinking white has a pleasant position. Wow. But right now, after king h8, I mean, after king h1, this position, personally for me or for, people who like imbalances, they may like this sort of position with the rook. But Sagar is saying one point, which is like maybe Nepo wants to play solid. So this is getting in that sense a lot of a precise game in a way. And if let's say Nepo does not go for ideas like knight g6, what else can he play with black? Guys, let's try to check if there is any other possibility which looks interesting to you, which you think is, playable. Don't look at the engines. Try to avoid engines. You have brains. And you guys are quite intellectual. Most of you are doing this really amazingly, answering the questions and all. So let's see. What are your suggestions? Gautam says yes, he would find it. Okay, you guys are thinking that Nepo will find knight g6 move, but let's try to seriously think of candidate other ideas for black other than knight g6. Nimish says if you see world championship games, Ding's bishop have been very passive. They never seem to be in the game. They are not bad bishops, but they are very passive. Interesting. Can you repeat the question? The question is for black, apart from knight g6, what are the moves which black can consider to play? Or you can consider to play if it was your game. Rook g7 not possible because it would mean this is hanging. One move which I had suggested was rook g5. Yes, Aradhya also suggests that that's one of the most natural moves because you want to double the rooks. So rook g5 or rook g6 maybe. These two definitely. If a move like rook g6, oh my god, the white, of course, very happy because the idea of rook g5 was also to defend this. And right now it takes bishop f5, e5. You have simply blundered a pawn. Not just that, it's the e pawn which was defending an important other pawn. And now your rook is also on an open file. Look at this. One check on the back rank can be a mate in the future. So in a way we can say it's forced. Either you go rook g5 because there is a direct threat of gf5. So in a way he will easily narrow down to only two things. One is rook g5. Oh, he played knight g6. Nepo doesn't even have to think much. He has 1 hour 7 minutes after he made this move. He didn't have to think at all. In fact, 5 minutes, yeah, at the most. And Ding has to think. So gf5 is going to land up in trouble for sure after knight h4. So not gf5. Let's try to look at the moves which Ding has. Guys, what are your suggestions? White to play. What do you think? What should white do here? Rook g1. Okay. Oh, so many of you want to play rook g1. Quite natural move because a lot of things are happening on this file. So also quite protective move. So definitely a very good candidate move there, which we are looking at. So let's look at the details later. Anything else has been suggested? Knight f6. Okay, very good because that is a threat. You're attacking the rook. So we have until now got two candidate moves. We have in fact three because we considered gf as well. So we have come down to three candidate moves. Okay, and we will start with the most natural move. So if knight f6 attacks the rook right now, and if you go rook g7, again this is hanging, so we will have to look into that rook g7 as a passive move. Knight h4, which was the problem earlier also to the queen. But what is the major difference in this position and directly gf5 knight h4 in this position? The major difference here is that you have a knight on h5, because of which your queen does not have the square. So after you play knight f6, if a move like rook g7 is played and gf5 knight h4 happens, the difference is that you get your queen to h5. A biggest difference. Yes, no mate threat yet, but now you are threatening queen takes h4, you are threatening rook g1, because this rook is defending the h7, and this seems like a good position. And if black tries to attack this knight over here, you can say, okay, it doesn't matter, I'm taking and I'm also defending. Okay, so this is an option. So not rook g7, but black will say, okay, my last move was knight g6. Definitely I am thinking of, yes, all of you have suggested instead of rook g7, knight h4, you are counter attacking. Again, the queen is in a mess. Cannot go to g2, knight is there, cannot go to g3, cannot go to f4, cannot go to e4, which means it is left with queen e2 or queen e3. And any of the move, then the rook moves because it has got a very important square. The knight has vacated, so it can attack the knight and ask him to go back, but by doing so, the other rook also comes in the game. This should be better for white with the ideas of knight g2 if you take here. Okay, so not knight f6. With this calculation, Ding will do and say, okay, I cannot go knight f6. He will think of, he has discarded, eliminated, it's a method of elimination. He has eliminated gf5, he has eliminated knight f6. Now he will be looking at rook g1 right now. Along with us, Ding is also thinking, or along with Ding, we are thinking. Rook g1 is the move which Ding might be thinking. Now, same thing, knight h4, and you might go back. As we know, we have very less squares for the queen, queen e2, and if Nepo tries to double the rook, of course there is no tempo here, the knight is not attacked, but he's simply threatening rook a g8, and he can go rook g6 here, and white has to think of how he can improve his position here. That is important. How can you improve your position here, guys, for white? Oh my god, Sarvani is suggesting a move like f4. Doesn't that look scary? And the first question which comes to the mind is, can I take the free pawn? I have two attackers here, you have one defender. So what happens to bishop takes f4? Knight takes f4. Queen takes f4. What happens to knight takes f4, bishop takes f4, queen takes f4? Why did you give a pawn, guys? What was your idea behind giving? I will play queen f2. Where? Instead of f4? Change कर दिया. Okay. No, no. Ah, you had black's f4. Okay. But maybe that is what you meant. But interestingly, instead of knight takes f4. Got it. Here, instead of knight f4, you want to go queen f2. That was your idea with f4. Amazing. Because you are attacking two pieces at one time. Yeah, it's a double attack. So we will try to defend both the pieces at one time. But at this point of time, now you can capture the f pawn, and if ef5, bishop f5, knight f5, queen f5, after this simplification, g5 is hanging, and whichever move to protect the bishop, because it cannot go here, it cannot move rook g6. No, it can move, it can go bishop e3 as well, but then rook g6, it cannot. There is a problem there. King g6, queen e6, and you take the bishop. Very nice. These ideas were amazing. If we look at the tactical landscape of this position after f4, like at this point of time, important understanding the move f4 and all the tactics around it gave us was the knight on h4 was hanging. I mean, it was not defended. That is one. That gave a lot of ideas. Also, gf5 was not possible at that point of time, but we should not forget at any point of time, this idea of gf5 will be revived. So black will constantly need to be alert for that. So f4 is a very interesting move. So what else other than f4 would be then this idea rook f1 trying to threaten f4? This could be the other idea. So these are the moves with white he can do to improve? Rook f1. Yes, all those who have said rook f1, f4, definitely both the moves are possible. But the position is something which Ding will have to spend more time. Like knight g6, he has 1 hour 3 minutes. Okay, and he needs to decide. Firstly, rook g1 is a move right now which he should not take too much time for. Rook g1 he should not, because he needs time to think for knight h4, queen e2. That is the position where the rook moves to g6. He will need time. So apart from rook g1 also, he does not have a very great move. Let's say Ding says, I am not going to care for any ideas on g5. Let me just try to open this file and try to create some ideas here. And knight h4 happens and he goes queen e2. Let's say he goes for something like this without his rook on g1. What can black do? Bishop e2 will support h4. What can black do? Black now can consider taking on g4, hg4, and then go queen e7. With the idea of this knight can move and the queen can jump into h4, and threats happening on the g file. But with the rook on g1, let's say he goes rook g1, knight h4, queen e2. If black plays f takes g4, is white going to do rook g4? That is possible, but just that the rook on g1 feels safer for white. I think that is the main idea of covering some space around the king, giving some shelter to the white king, and making sure that you are protecting the weak squares over there. G2 is especially a weak square which could land up in some discourse when there was a pawn on f5. Okay, so what is the prediction now with this position, guys? Let me look at the poll. What is the poll? Why am I not able to check it? Yeah, 70% for Ding, yeah, 70%, and 30% for Nepo, the same. Raghav says, I am from Kerala. I have a question, but your question I cannot read it. Sorry, Raghav, you'll have to write in English. And if possible, do not spam. Fork with knight to pawn, to take pawn. King h2. Poll is biased by emotions. Everybody would want to see Ding striking back because the World Championship, the tournament gets more interesting. Absolutely. Also, generally, whoever is the underdog gets more support. Best books for Karo Khan. There was Karo Khan opening books, but I don't think now, like with so much mega database, one of the best ways to improve your understanding is to see the games, like select the moves, Karo Khan, and to see all the games, even if the line is not yours, to see all the games of that opening as much as you can, to get a feel of how the pieces are maneuvering, which pieces are being exchanged, how the pawn structure, which pawn structure it is leading to mainly, what type of end games it is going to. So that could be one of the ways you can improve your understanding for the opening. When you begin playing chess, if you start working a lot on openings as such, it's not the most advisable thing. They generally say go from end game to middle game to opening. It has to be reverse that way. So knight g6, and we are seeing Ding going down to 59 minutes. I'm asking a move to the chat where what do you think guys Ding will play? It's not what you will play. What do you think Ding's next move will be? Let us have a chat chess moves. giving us the precise answer for that. What will Ding play according to you? Your prediction. Okay, let me just. Oh, look here. If we check the poll, Rook G1 is majority. Then Knight E6. Guys, now Knight E6. You might be meaning Knight F6. What is G5, G6? Oh, G5 move. Oh, we never considered G5. But you might lose a pawn after G5 because if you going back to the position, if you go G5, then after Knight H4, you are attacking this, and if you try to defend this with Queen E3, then you can block the defense and you are anyway losing a pawn. So not G5. Yeah, Knight F6 and Rook G1. So most of you are thinking that he is going to play Rook G1. Let's try to see. For Rook G1, Knight H4 is obvious that he is going to play. Or guys, do you think there is a possibility of such a draw that Nepo might repeat? He will go Bishop H2. He will attack the Rook. Okay. If you go Rook G2, Black to play and win. Rook G2 is a blunder. What should Black play? Rook G2 is a blunder. What should Black play? In this position after Bishop H2, if White goes Rook G2, it is a big blunder. Yes. Everybody is super alert. Knight goes to H4 and it's going to be a party here. Fork happening. You lose an exchange. So, if Bishop H2 is something like the rook goes back to F1 or something, and you go Bishop D6, and if they go Rook G1, if they wanted a draw, but it's too unrealistic draw because there are many ways to deviate. Okay, Ding has made a move. He came down to 57 minutes and he decided to play Bishop C2. This move nobody had predicted because we all thought Rook G1 will be a move which Ding will play. But Bishop C2, we never even considered it as a candidate move. So what has made Ding to make this move? Because Knight H4 is forcing and it's for sure that the queen has to go back. Queen E3 or Queen E2, or unless he has made a, oh, maybe he intends Queen D3, because if all of you are not alert and if Black plays FG5, FG4, a big blunder very quickly to just check if all of you are alert. What was the idea? FG4 is a blunder. White to play and win. Okay, Sarvani, Anurag, Dharmik, Harshali, Priyanshu, Shreyansh, Biradia, absolutely right. Queen H7 will be a checkmate. So not FG4, but simply Black can actually avoid the threat. He can simply move as we wanted to double our rooks. He can go Rook G6, which firstly has one idea, Rook G8 for sure. Secondly, it has another idea, just wanting to win the pawn because now there is no checkmate. So Rook G6 would be very strong here. Hence, if we reach this kind of position, even if Ding goes Rook G1 now, the idea is with Rook G8, or in the future he might even have to be alert for Rook H6 ideas, and Nepo is getting a clear better position. So after Bishop C2, Knight H4, instead of Queen D3, if he goes Queen E2, and let's say Nepo continues with Rook G6, not a good move. Computer doesn't like. Look at this. Look at the bar. Okay, it's giving a clear advantage to Black right now. The moves it is suggesting is either take fg4, or one of the moves which we had seen was to go queen e7 with the idea of the knight can move and queen can come to h4. So these were the two moves which are possible, which the computer thinks are absolutely better for black. If I have to just show you for a moment, after rook g1, fg4, hg4, and a beautiful idea with black. Black to play, not easy, think a bit. Black to play over here. A very nice idea with black. Can you try to think? It is not easy, it is not about one move, it is about a team moves, lot many moves. Quite a lot of ideas here. Black to play. Lot of suggestions pouring in. In fact, if I have to show you, look at this. So many varied suggestions. Knight f3, knight f5, queen e5, forget it. Queen f6 also blunder, knight f6. Rook g1. Okay, I think rook g6 you meant? I'm not sure. So now if I go back, yes, all those who said knight f5, Dharmik, Sarvani, absolutely right. A beautiful idea. You cannot take here because of checkmate in one move. G file is covered, so queen h4, and it's going to be a mate. So you cannot take here. If you try to go rook g2, so that you have rook h2 after queen h4 check. No, you don't have rook h2, sorry. There is already a check here. You're just making an escape route for the king. In this position, basically, black can still continue with this knight hanging there, because it is not possible to capture it because of black to play and finish the game. Black to play and find the best move. Best move, guys. I'm not asking you for a winning move. Winning moves might be 2, 3, absolutely, but the best move. I don't want you to answer the winning move. I want you to answer the best move. Nobody fell in the trap. Winning would, I thought most of you will say rook g2, but actually you are all right. The best move is queen h2. Dharmik, Lahiru, Mohammad, Rachid, Beredia, Sujal, PK, Ashmit. Well done. Queen h2, king f1, queen h1, and this is going to be a mate. Lot of tactics happening, and Ding is on the defending side. He is completely on the defending side. After bishop c2, knight h4, Nepo did not even have to think. Ding is thinking, and he is almost being directed towards a clear disadvantage. Sparsh says computer evaluation has no scope among especially top level players. The humanly moves can't be predicted. Many times in history, world championships made moves that were not good as per the engine, but they won. Yes, that is possible, definitely possible. But in this scenario, the play for black is, very tempting. It's not like Nepo has to find absolute best moves, and those two are not natural, very difficult ones to retain his advantage. For Nepo, he is able to find moves which are also very natural. Like if you look at the position, even you would, for that matter, consider a move like knight h4, which threatens this queen. Hence, such a position where the moves are also natural and they are good moves, you are already in a blessed position in that sense. That's why it's very difficult for Ding this position. Also, with the psychological edge which is going on, like if Nepo, for Ding, it's more like I have to strike back. And for Nepo, he is much more calm. He is not having that extra stress in his mind. Definitely saves him a lot of energy. Yeah, that not getting that stress. So knight h4, and Ding has made a move. He went queen e3. Now the first thing to remember with this queen on e3 and rook on e1 is for knight g2 ideas once this g pawn moves. That is definitely what he should remember. The second thing is, I think Nepo will go for a move like rook g6. Suppose Nepo plays a move like f4, then there is queen d3. At least you might be putting pressure here. But rook g6 always defends, and this is still very good because a move like white, let me ask you all. There is a move which white should play here, trying to create some counterplay. This move is impossible to play. Very difficult to even consider. Can you even try for white? You have to think like a computer, like AlphaZero. Can you even try to come up with a move without looking at a computer? For white, without looking at the computer. My prediction is without looking at the computer, you cannot find this move. It is not possible. I mean, it is just not possible. I can guarantee it. Yes, look at the suggestions. There is knight f6. By the way, cool suggestion because you cannot take. It's just a nice little trap there. The only problem is it doesn't threaten anything. So when the knight is attacked, you have to go back. So that comes to your mind, right? Knight f6. Then maybe rook e6 and all. Okay, well tried. A lot of ideas, but no. So the move which is, I don't think anybody could guess, was c4, which is good. If nobody could guess, basically it is good. You didn't look at the computer. c4, I mean, are you even going to consider a move like this? Firstly, it loses a pawn. Secondly, it just feels so scary with the knight on h4, with the g2 square not protected. A move like c4 helping black to open this diagonal. Can you think of something like this? And what else? What is the idea for that matter of this move? But a move like this can be suggested by a computer. It's possible. Saying something like queen c3 with the idea of d5, and you cannot immediately block this. So let's say you make a move like, of course black has better, but let's say if you make a move like rook g8 there, it's already a lost position. d5, e5, and you lose this. So yeah, and if you try to move rook h6 here, still d5, e5, and this position at least tries to give some compensation to white, which again, I don't believe truly. Computer is crazy. We can call it crazy. It's not a human. It doesn't matter. So we can call it crazy. But it's going to be very hard for Ding because these natural moves are also okay for Nepo, even if they are not the best move. If I have to share with you the best move which the computer suggests is rook g6. Yeah, that's the idea. It then wants to follow up with queen e7 with the ideas of, takes and knight goes back to f5. Rook could join in on g8. These are the ideas. This is the way which is very natural for Nepo to go for. If Nepo does not want to go for that, then the other way is to go f5, f4. And then again follow up with rook g6. So only difference is he will not have a pawn on f5. But yeah, I mean, natural moves. So Nepo is getting a clear advantage. A big change, a big transition is happening from this move, especially over here where Ding had to go rook g1 in order to kind of keep some hold on his position. He had to find this rook g1, queen e2, and it feels here. How do you think of ideas for white? The ideas like f4, you had to be very tactically alert. That is how. You had to go rook a f1. But for that, your assessment of this position still needed to be like, okay, I am in control and I'm not losing. That assessment was very important. Obviously, Ding did not miss a move like rook g1. It was the most natural move for him. But he did not assess the position in a way at this point of time, and he preferred it for black. So here he is after knight h, after bishop c2. Oops, wait a second, rook g1, bishop c2. Yeah, it looks like today is going to be tough, unless at any point of time Nepo really blunders. Need says I'm good player in classical, but my blitz in rapid is not good. Can I become a GM only playing classical tournament? You can become a GM only in classical. There is no, you cannot become a GM in rapid tournament anyway. Yeah. F4 loses a pawn and trades pieces. Yes, we kind of analyze there exactly. There are a lot tactics involved. Analyze queen d3 instead of queen e3, huh? Yeah, we saw here Beloglavi, sorry, queen d3 because you cannot take here on g4. But then comes rook g6. Very strong idea. And for black, nothing which white plays is going to be stopping his plans, which are the moves like queen e7, rook g8, right timing for fg4 or f4 for that matter, and also eyeing for queen h4 after moving the knight on h4, and also knowing in this whole entire landscape for attack from black, rook h6 is another move. All these moves are in the mind. Now in which order, at which timing is what black will decide based on the play of white. And he has gone for rook g6. Nepo down to 57 minutes, Ding at 52 minutes, 20 moves remaining. Nepo has gone rook g6, the best move he has found in the position. What about queen h6 here? It was black to play. Queen e3 was played, and after rook g6, even queen h6 is not possible. So, how is white going to answer here? What is white going to play? Vinay Das, could someone please tell me what is the difference between ChessBase account and ChessBase software? ChessBase account is browser based and ChessBase software is a software. It will be loaded. You don't need internet for that. So that is the major difference. And on ChessBase software, you will have a lot more features. If you're really wanting to prepare chess seriously, you can enter your games. You can save. I mean, all of these are also there, but the mega database works beautifully with the ChessBase software, where you can have a lot of filters to find a specific line, specific player, and such things. Okay, the people for white, what are the suggestions with Ding? It's a very tough position here already. And yes, f3 is being suggested by Sarvani. f3, so that you want to save the g4 pawn. That's a very good suggestion because you are protecting this beautifully. Also with the rook on g6, let's keep in mind that this bishop, that rook is under a pin in some way. So let's just have that in mind. And after f3, which I think Ding will play because it's as of now the most natural move. The first question which comes to the mind is, what if rook a g8? The other candidate move for Nepo which comes to the mind is, what if f4, attacking the queen? Yes, your rook is attacked, but it cannot be captured immediately. And once the queen moves, you have options like rook h6 as well or rook g5 as well. So, f3, f4 would be 1, and rook a g8 would be 1. I think these two definitely will be the main moves to consider. Rook g8, bishop h2, rook g3. Possible to trade rook and get the bishop and knight trap. I did not exactly get it. Okay. No, rook g. Not exactly. Okay, if rook g8 now, what do you do? Let's just try to make a move like I don't care about your plan, okay? And I try to think rook c1 with the idea of aiming for c4 in the future. What can black do? Black is saying I'm going f4. You move your queen, where? Queen f2 because you want to attack the knight. And then I go queen e7, okay? This is one way for black to continue solid, and he's not worried about bishop g6 surprisingly, because after hg6 the difference which has happened after f4 is the knight on h5 gets trapped. So you will lose 2 pieces for a rook. Hence what Ding went was rook g1. He supported the g4 pawn, and right now he has asked Nepo, what are you planning to do? If you go rook a g8, it's a mistake. Why? This is the time which he should use, Ding should use, and make this move. It will be his only chance. If Nepo plays a natural move like rook a g8, it will be Ding's chance to get back in the game. How? Can you let me know how? What would be the way to get back here? Dharmik says, I think the g4 idea in the first place to attack the black king has backfired for Ding's king. Absolutely agree, Dharmik. Yes, correct. Not f3 here, but take the opportunity to go g takes f5 to exchange. G takes f5, a very nice move here. If you play something like ef5, then rook takes g6. You would, if you play something like f takes g6, then there is knight f6. The knight jumps in, and the knight jumps in on e8 and takes the bishop. Yeah, it's a very interesting idea. Knight can suddenly jump here to e8 square. Never even imagine, never even had a vision for something like that. And of course, after rook g6, if rook g6 stopping knight f6, then you still continue with exchanging the pieces, because black was the one who was attacking. So Ding will try to exchange the best pieces in black's position. Okay, so this is one thing over here. gf5, a great opportunity which will be tried, and instead of ef5, maybe black can try to still play rook g2 with the idea of checkmate in 1. All of you, can you spot the checkmate in 1? Himanshu Patel says moves for black is not so much difficult, and player like Nepo is not going to blunder in this situation. Completely agree. One thing he would be assessing is he would get a feel that this is a better position for him, and he's not going to be messing it up. I agree. Yes, rook h2 mate is threatened, and if you take here, now there is no mate, your king can run, but you bring your rook to e5, you pressure the e6 pawn here. ef5 is not going to be possible now. Queen e8 check and all, black needs to be alert. This gives some breathing space to Nepo, especially to Ding, because he was in very big trouble. But if it enters in this variation, then Ding may be able to breathe. Going back, finally, after rook g1, this is the position Nepo is thinking the best move for him would be to go f4. Very powerful move, and he never has to worry about takes because the knight gets trapped. So this is where the game might head to f4, queen d3, and lot of powerful moves for black are incoming. Ideas like f5. Wait, I just want to check a final time. What if rook a8, white to play? Can you find the best move? If rook a8, It's a small mistake. Can you find a best move for rook g8? Can you find a best move? White to play, can you find a best move? Okay, let me check what is. Oh wow, quite a lot of more people have found it. Yeah, let me just show. Knight f6, Sarvani, Akshata, PK, Shreyash, Ashmit, Saumik, Mit, Ishan, Sun, and Priyanshu. Well done, guys. Knight f6 is the move over here, which you get a chance. You cannot take, as we have observed. There is a mate here, Queen h7, and if you do not take there, you are attacking this rook on g8. If he goes rook g7, one more question to all of you very quickly. White to play. What is a good move here? What is a move which gives clear advantage? Very quickly, Amruta left the chat. These are the ideas which are happening in fact, but Nepo has not allowed that. Yes, knight e8, and that's the fork happening. White will get a chance. So amazing, well done, guys. You have been alert over here. F4 has happened in the game. So now Ding kind of maybe provoked here in a way, and queen d3 is happening. I think Ding will go queen d3, but a very good move for black. Oh yeah, he played queen d3. Now a very good move for Nepo. A very good move for Nepo here. Black to play, but I don't think Nepo is going to play that move. Yes, that's a great move, but I don't think he will play that move. Can you all of it's not the only move, there are number of moves, but the move which I have asked you, or I am suggesting, or I am right now considering. I want to see how many of you are considering. Okay, quite a lot of people are thinking of f5. Exactly, what a move. First this pawn gets pushed to f4 and then the other pawn pushes to f5. Just complete massacre on this g pawn, on the g file in a way happening there. How hard this move can be, I don't know. But if Nepo plays, he played queen. Yeah, he didn't play. He didn't play because it's just feels too risky. He goes queen e7. Absolutely a fine move. An idea which we have been considering again and again and again. The knight can move. The queen can come to g5. A lot of ideas. Rook will go to g8, and what we know is f5 will always be there in hand. Nepo is clearly better. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's going to be a very tough day for a Ding, guys. Very tough day. All right. Sagar is going to be joining us in 2 minutes. G5. G5. Okay, Gautam, your suggestion over here is G5. Very interesting because you cannot take on G5. There is a pin here. That's our idea, and you might then want to go knight f6. So, very good suggestion of G5. What is the problem with this move G5? Black to play. Yes, a very good suggestion by Gautam. G5. There is only one problem. Of course, if Nepo doesn't find it, then Ding is very happy. But there is one big problem. Can you find it? I really like your suggestion. Okay, I think people are finding, but there is also a suggestion if f5, there is a problem. Have you forgotten our basic rule? Special rule of opposite gf6 and there you go. You lose a pawn and this should be okay. You cannot give the pawn like this. So f5 would be a blunder, but a good move like so many of you have found. Oh, by the way, there is also a suggestion of knight f5 over here, which you think is good. Knight f5. The only point is very hard. Like, I would definitely say a very nice move, nice suggestion here. But what white can continue are very hard moves. Something like h4, I think, very computery. But queen f3 could be definitely a possibility with takes, giving up the g pawn, bringing in the other rook, and creating ulta play. Like what Nepo was trying to do for white, here white is trying to do for Nepo actually, where he is having the control of the G file, and this can turn the games. This can actually turn the game, and Ding gets advantage here. Quite interesting suggestion, but the good move which few people have found is Dharmik, Saumik, and Sarvani h6. Amazing move, a brilliant move, because if you take g(h)6, the point is rook h6 protects the h6 square, h7 square. There is no mate here, and you have attacked the knight on h5, and as we know, this knight is trapped. So h6 is attacking the knight is trapped. Ding has made a move. He has gone rook a e1 here. He has got his rook to e1. Let's see what Nepo is planning to do. Okay. In the meantime, guys, Sagar is joining you. Bye bye. See you soon.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. We are back here. Oh my goodness. Where have we reached? Whoa. It feels like there has been some kind of a mistake that has been made. Yeah, was it the last move? So let me just go back to the point where I thought things were getting really dangerous. Yes, rook g8, king h1. I think this was the point where things were getting dangerous for Ding. Uh, and Nepo had to find this very accurate move, knight g6, to go to h4. But he did find it. He did find it. This was an important move. And I think it was very nice that actually Nepo could assess that knight h4, queen e3. If I reach this position, I must take with the pawn, and I am doing really well here with black, which is amazing that he found it. So now bishop c2, this move did not, I completely do not understand why he played this. Guys, did Amruta explain to you why bishop c2 was played? Was it that knight h4? Kya matlab, what is? Aradhya says, kahan jate hai dono? Right now, Amruta has to go to the doctor. She has to visit, and she has an appointment, and I was taking rest before that. I took some rest so that I can do this alone now. Yes, Himanshu Patel, you are right. Queen comes to d3. Queen d3 is the move. So knight h4, but then he didn't go queen d3, right? He went queen e3. So why did he play bishop? So maybe his move bishop c2 made no sense. But then again, what is the move? If you take, it's bad. Maybe rook g1 was the move. Okay, anyway, he went bishop c2, knight h4, queen e3, rook went to g6. Also, he found, wow, man, Nepo on fire. Guys, what is the idea of rook g6? Anyone? Plastic says, I hope Yan wins. If he doesn't, when will redemption come to him? No, I mean, if he wins today, 99.9% he'll become the world champion, because he then needs only half a point. Rook a g8, right? The main point is to get the rook a to g8, and if you take here, then you can take back, but also there is this very strong move, rook g2, threatening a check, and the other rook coming to g8. So that's how things are. f3 played by Ding. He tried to sort of solidify. Rook g8. Am I doing it right, or second? Oh, f3 was not played, sorry. The move that was played here, actually queen e3 was discussion. Okay, rook g1, f4 was the move. Maybe I'm just getting it wrong. Queen e3, rook g6, rook g1, f4, queen d3. Okay, that happened. So we were right. We were on the right track. Queen d3, queen e7. Wow, even queen e7 is the best move. Nepo playing brilliant chess. Rook a e1, and now queen g5. Okay, queen comes to g5. Sagar Bhai, Nepo is playing very accurately. He's impressed with his play. Vishy sir tweeted. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I think so. But my question is, firstly, what is the queen doing on g5? I do not understand it so deeply. What is the queen doing? Does he want to play rook h6 next, or just rook a g8? And the queen is well placed. Sparsh is like he wants to play f5. Oh, look at Ding's move, c4. Bye bye bye. Ding Liren is going all out here. So the time is 42 minutes for Ding, 49 minutes for Nepo, and he plays c4, and Ding is like, look, guys, आज है दिन. Today I am going all out. Like, I'm going to just enjoy myself or whatever it may be. Just going all in. Okay, so question is, should we go rook a g8? Because if you put your rooks like this, then after c takes d5, queen takes d5, queen e4, white is already doing quite well in this position, right? But I think what black should do is they should take, and after take you play queen takes c4, and now find the winning move for black here. Black to play, guys. What is the winning move for black? Not at all easy. Not at all easy. Oh, Priyanshu says Amruta discussed c4. Wow, Amruta is an amazing commentator. She's discussed all of this. Yeah, I think this is just over, right? I mean, if you guys find the next move, the game is over. Let's see how many of you were able to find. Yes, massive, massive. Knight f3 is the correct move. Forking here. Right move by Dharmik, Tanmay, Sumit, Srijan, Anonymous, Shaumik, Siddharth, Sparsh, Vishnu, and Chesser. Now, you might think to yourself, but hey, even his rook is hanging there. But the point is that I can take. Now this is a fork, and also h5 is hanging, and everything is hanging. Like, this is, it's just lost. Khatam ho gaya, game is over. Because look, sorry, one more idea is that queen will come here and checkmate you. So it's clear that after take here, it is not at all advisable to take on c4. It is not at all advisable to take on c4. But if you don't take on c4, then you may have to control this square. Control. You will have to control. But how? How do you control? Queen. Dharmik says queen c3. Ashmit says queen e4. Both make a lot of sense. And maybe queen e2 if someone wants. Sparsh says queen e2. Yeah. Let's see queen c3. The problem with queen c3. Okay, I wanted to give a check, by the way, but then I realized that he would put his bishop in between. Now, let's understand the landscape of this position before moving forward. Once we understood the landscape, things will become easy like anything. So the first thing to notice is, oh my god, the rook is hanging. But then you talk to yourself and say, if he takes the rook, I will take back with the pawn. The knight will be hanging. The knight has nowhere to go. Oh, so it's not really a threat. This is what you mean by tactical landscape. Amruta has been discussing this. This is a term which we kind of started to like recently. Because what you do in the landscape is you look at things much deeper than what they are at first impression. Second thing is, if you push the pawn to d5, giving a check, then in the tactical landscape, what would happen? Like if you play d5, what would black do? Yes, whenever in that landscape you play d5, black can go at the very least e5, right? Bishop e5 is not working because of rook being here, but yes, you play. So right now, let's say if I understood everything correctly, this is not a threat, this is not a threat, then I start to breathe. Not that I was holding my breath for so long, but I start to now feel I have time. And if I have time, I can do many things. And one of the things that I would love to do is maybe keep my c4 pawn. So I can go rook c8 maybe as a move. Why not? I can go b5 as a move just to protect. And then black would be doing very well. So in that sense, c4, dc4, queen c3 does not work. But let's go to e4 now. Now let's try to understand the next landscape here. When the queen goes, one of the things that I am a bit worried about is take here. But then again, I realize that if he takes here, he would be attacking my rook. That is more dangerous than just him attacking this rook. Because bishop takes g6 is met with h takes g6 attacking the knight. So here I would go rook g8, and then if white is greedy enough to take this pawn, queen takes b7, I would start to really wonder how to continue. You know, there's this very interesting idea. Black to play. Yes. Deepak Singh, Sparsh. Very good. Very good. f5. Crazy move. Crazy move. And I just shut this bishop down. You can't take here because then queen takes g1 is gone. Game over. Rook g2 is possible, but even just check and it's a mate. So he can't take here. And this prevents any attack here. But this makes it very complex. f3 and so on. So queen c3. Oh, this happened. D takes c4 played by Nepo and queen c3 by Ding. He didn't go to e4. So we don't need to analyze that. But even that was fine. If, guys, take it from me in writing, okay? If Nepo finds this move b5, I would say he's in a heightened state of awareness right now, because you are just seeing everything so clearly that you realize this is not a threat. You realize that this is not a threat, you know, and you just play b5. Like b5, you say d5, there is e5. I'm not worried one bit. But most likely, what I think what Nepo will do here is that he will play rook h6. Rook h6 is what Nepo might do, and his idea would be to take here on h5. Later, not now, at the right moment, whenever time comes. Or he might start to attack with f5. Let's say now queen c4, there's always knight f3. Yeah, I don't have time. Himank says there is Sunway Formentera open and Pranav V defeated Arvind with black. Really? Pranav V defeated Arvind Chidambaram with black pieces. That is such a big news. And also, that means that Pranav V, if I'm not mistaken, has crossed 2600. Yes, Himank, we should have a post on ChessBase India about it. He's 26404, and he's also leapfrog Leon in live ratings. Wow. Did he play b5? Whoa! Ding has no chance today, guys. Ding has no chance. If your opponent plays so well, तो क्या ही chance होगा? In cricketing terms, Ding is right now facing someone like, let's say, a batsman like Sachin. You bowl short to him, he pulls. If you bowl long to him, he drives. If you bowl outside of stump, he will sort of cover drive you. If you bowl outside leg stump, he will sort of flip you in a leg drive. This is what he's doing right now. He's finding all the best moves and he's leaving Ding with no chance. In fact, for Ding, the number of possibilities, the tactical opportunities are getting lesser and lesser as it goes. Aditya says he's in a state of flow, I guess. True. State of flow, for all the people who have read some books would realize it's the state where you are at your top peak performance, where you forget your environment. You are just, it's you and the chessboard. It happens with people who are very dedicated to their art, who practice hard, who are able to devote that time, energy and effort. And that's what is maybe happening right now. Yes, in terms of tennis, maybe Nepo is like Federer right now on grass court, or like Nadal on the clay court. But if you think from Ding's perspective, he needs to try and keep it as tricky as possible. And so one of the moves that comes to my mind is to play b3. And the reason why I would play this move is because if you take now here, in chess, I would say a lot of things revolve around hanging pieces. So bishop on d6 is hanging, no one's defending it. Rook on a8 is hanging, no one is defending it. Is there some way to synthesize the two into some kind of a tactical target that we can attack? Vedart Vishwakarma says, can we analyze a4? I think Vedart, a4, if I would think right, there are two moves that come to my mind. One is b4, the other one is a6. We'll analyze that. Sarvani Chedela says, happy birthday, Duda. Oh, nice. I shared the birthday with this guy. Oh, really? Wow. Amazing. Yeah, today is the birthday of Duda. Queen c6, attacking here and here. This is what I was thinking. but suddenly I thought the refutation is queen d5 check, but it seems like after take bishop b3 the position is tenable for white. All of a sudden it's not such a big deal, because you can't play knight f3. There is bishop takes d5 attacking the rook and the knight. So the move here actually is not queen d5, but yes, it is queen d8, just going back, or even rook d8 makes a lot of sense, just defending the bishop. So b3 doesn't seem like a great move. We had a suggestion of a4. Now the a move a6 makes very much, just strengthening the pawn chain. But what about b4? Because now b4 means that if you take here, what did the queen lose the defense to? Which square? Anyone wants to try? Yardi says feel sad for Ding. His play influenced completely by someone else. I don't think Yardi. I think he's just given it his all. He's playing well. He's fighting hard. Nepo has just played better. I mean, I don't see the need for feeling sad for Ding at all. Yes, f3 square is completely right now out of sight, and the knight jumps in. You could try and attack here and here, and this is a very key moment. Now what do you do here with black to play? This is not easy. These are all tactics which are, sometimes we are all looking at what is the way in which logic works, but sometimes it's not about logic on the surface. It's a deeper logic, and in order to access that deeper logic you need to calculate, and here calculation will help you. So what does black do here? First thought that I had was like, let's save, this and this both are hanging, let us save both and play queen d5. But the problem is that after he takes, now I take here, and I've already gotten back my exchange. Take, and I go with knight f6. I attack this pawn. White cannot be worse. Okay, so that's the reason why queen d5 is a bad move. A human tendency in general is to be very much afraid of checks. Queen takes a8. But you realize that if he takes this with a check, you have a rook going back, which will then attack backwards. So that's why you take knight e1. This is a great move. Knight e1. And now if he takes here, we have this move rook g8, whereby next move will pick up this bishop. So the natural move to consider here is either rook e1, but then rook e1, he can always go rook d8. Other move is bishop g6, but then again the best move here is what is the best move, guys? No, if you take here, then now it's queen takes a8 is losing. Dharmik, very good. It's a tough move. Siddharth Joshi, well done. Rook d8, just defending. If you take here, I'm ready to just take here. The knight is trapped. And if you save your bishop, where do you save it? Let's say to e4, controlling everything. Then I go queen h4. Very important move to spot. Very difficult move to spot as well. Now I'm attacking here and here. Let's say you take the knight. I take here with a check. King here. And now the killer move, guys. White to play. Sorry, black to play. What's the move? Come on. I want at least 20 people to answer this. I know these are all tough calculations, but I know that you guys in the chat are pros. Yes, the right move here, and very correctly spotted, is f3. And by the way, guys, our move is correct. a4, which was suggested, has been played. Now f3, why is this correct? Because firstly you're threatening a mate. However, he can take, and when he takes, now 1 second. Before you give me the move, I want to see F3. 27 people. Paras, Shashi, Dharmik, Shrushti, Sparsh, Rajesh, Pratik, Manthan, Shriyash and Rohan. What is the move now, guys? All of you, what is the winning move now? I want you to answer me. How does black win this? It's very important to know this mating pattern, and whenever I see this position, I ask myself one question. What is that question to be asked? If that someone can tell me that question, I will be super impressed. What is the question to ask? And then this next combination works. Let me see. Is there anyone? The move everyone is giving me, but there is one question to ask. That is the essence of this combination. I think it's Paras Bhoir. Paras, very good Paras. I am actually very impressed with what Paras has said. His answer is very deep, and that is the correct. Is the f2 square defended? Is any piece defending apart from the king? If there is any piece defending that square, let's say for example, let me make a waste move. If this is the position, then the combination does not work because f2 is defended. Now let me explain to you how it works. You first give a check with your bishop, not with your queen, because when you give the check with your queen, the king runs away. So you check with your bishop, not allowing the king to go here or here. So he must go to h1. Okay. Once the king goes to h1, then you go bishop g3 check. Very important, because now the king has to go here, and now you understand why I was talking about the f2 point being defended. King here and queen takes f2 checkmate. That is how the entire combination works, and that is how it is. So bishop h2, Sparsh, Uday Kumar, Rajesh Babu, Telegram, Paras, Aditya, Shrushti, Shriyash and Vishnu Sharma. Well done, guys. All of you are absolutely right. This is the correct move. So now we are understanding things much deeper, but in the game we back up. We were on move 32. This is move 26. A4 has been played. We were discussing the move b4, and I think if Nepo finds b4, things will become very forced. Oh, he plays it. He does not go a6. I was thinking he might go a6, but Nepo is right now not in that state of mind where he's like defense karenge ye wo. He's like, let's go for it. Let's go for it. b4, queen takes c4 on the board, guys. Now all tactics flowing. Tactics are flowing. Now Nepo has to be very alert and very accurate. Then he wins this game. Now it's just straight line. Firstly, knight f3 forced, right? What else? You gave up a pawn in order to distract the queen. No, he doesn't play knight f3. Wow. Why didn't he play knight f3? I think for him, definitely the move queen c6 was what caused him this problem. But I think he might have even calculated queen 8, rook g8. But maybe, what is it that could have stopped him from playing this? I don't know. Maybe bishop g6. This line. This, yeah, maybe rook d8 is a tough move to spot. I think that is the key. Rook d8, and if bishop f7, queen h4. I think this entire sequence of playing your queen here and pushing pawn to f3 and attacking here, this is what was too difficult for Nepo to see. That is, after queen takes c4, knight f3, queen c6, and now this move, knight e1 first. I guess he could see it, but to bishop g6, the only move to win, and in fact not to be worse, is rook d8. So now let's think about what happens. He goes rook a g8. Okay, and he defends everything right now, and he says to Ding, look, now my rook is defended, now I'm still threatening knight f3. So what does Ding do? If you were in Ding's shoes here, you don't have a bar which suddenly went up and you're like, oh, now I got the chance. For you, it's still like, oh my god, can I stop this? Ah, yes, I can I go here? Queen b3. That is what could be the move that Ding might think. Oh, Ding doesn't think queen b3. Ding thinks queen c6. Okay, Ding thinks queen c6. Now, guys, game is heating up like anything, because now what Ding has done is he stopped knight f3 and he's attacked queen takes d6. The bishop is hanging. So the natural move to think here is to play bishop b8. Save your bishop, right? But now it's suddenly y2 is better. But what is the best move for black? Can anyone in the chat even find out, even figure out? And do you think that Ding will be able to, Nepo will be able to find this move? Which is the... No, it's not a blunder. I would say this is not a blunder, guys. The game is still, there's a lot to play for. Okay, there's a lot to play for. Let's think. I think the most important thing here, is that you want to free up the h4 square for the queen to enter. This is a very, very important thing. Don't underestimate that thing here. And so the move is, let's see how many of you are able to... Yes, all those who said knight f5. Shaumik, Srishti, Siddharth, Ashmit, Vedart, Blazing, Shriyansh, Suja, Amit Nandan and Mukul. Knight f5. Knight f5. But it's not played. It's not played. He didn't go knight f5, guys. Knight f5 is the winning move. Now, he actually has blown it in a bad way. Bishop b8. I told you, that's the most natural move. But this is losing now. Why is this losing? But again, not easy to spot. Don't jump your gun, guys. Don't look at the engine. Bishop takes g6 is the winning move. But in my head, bishop takes g6 was never an issue, because always h takes g6 would attack the knight. But why is this an issue right now? Why is this an issue? Isn't the knight hanging? Guys, what's the move? White to play. White to play. No, not rook e5. If you go rook e5, I think you can simply resign after bishop e5. Yes, Dharmik, Shaumik, all of you are correct. Dharmil, Siddharth, d5. What a crazy move. How can someone even come up with such a move? What is happening if I take here? D takes e6. And all of a sudden, it's this pawn with queening. And if you take here, then... I can't believe what's happening. Queen g takes h5 attacks here. The question is, d5, g takes h5. If you take here g takes h5, there is queen f5 attacking this. But if you start off with d, fe, g takes h5, queen f5, then rook g8, king g8, rook g1, it's actually black who's getting checkmated first. Insane stuff. But now again, not easy for human beings to calculate. This is the kind of world championship match we have all been waiting for. Telegram chess says, Sagar, wake up, you are still dreaming. All of this is not happening. Absolutely. Imagine that it is all never. I'm just sleeping and Amruta is like, yeah, it's a Cole system draw today. But guys, the winning move for black here, which we were about to discuss, but he played bishop b8, was knight f5. All those who said this, how is this even working? I can take here, I can take here. Imagine you take here. It's very bad for two reasons. One is I can take on h5. Then problem is queen h3 is a mate, so you have no time for fg6. But also just the simple calculation that this is a winning position. f3 check, knight must go here, rook g2 check, king h1, and then bishop takes g3, and black is winning this position. So this calculation is not so tough. So you can't take with the pawn for sure. But what if I take with the bishop? Because once I take with the bishop, I'm threatening to take this bishop. But then I take here and my rook defends this bishop. So knight f5 was not at all impossible. Like, it was a possible move to find. It was a possible move. Now bishop b8. Now bishop b8 is the move. Guys, Ding here has to find first bishop takes g6. He has 24 minutes, 12 moves to make to 40 moves. He must find this. Once you play this, you are in your head thinking, take here, take here, take here, take here. There are 4 captures to think. Oh my god, is there even a 5th? How much can a human calculate? Am I a calculating machine? So you kind of instinctively don't like bishop g6 as a move, because you're like, is so many ways to capture, one of them should work. And especially the idea of knight g6 seems enticing because you're freeing up the square here. But the problem all of a sudden is that here white is just fine, because after rook c1, queen h4 threatening this, white has a very nice move at his disposal, which is what is the most, can you put a live board, is what people are asking me. Okay, I can do that. Should I do that? I think it's important right now, yeah, to put a live board. Yeah, there we have the live board with the chat moving at full pace. Maybe Ding has also blundered, it seems to me. Which is the most active chat in the world right now? I think it is on Chess. Okay. Oh, what did he do? He didn't take. He didn't take bishop g6. He went queen b7. Guys, I told you. I told you it's not easy. The move, by the way, what we were thinking here is that the thing is, what we were wondering is that queen b7, bishop, instead of queen b7, if he played bishop g6, the problem which we thought was that here queen h4, he can come back queen here and then it's all defended, so it's all good. But queen b7, there is rook h6. He played rook h6, which was again maybe not the best. We have been seeing this move knight f5, which is working out. You can't take and you block this bishop, but I mean, the idea is to maybe reroute the knight this way. But he goes rook h6 and Ding goes bishop e4, perhaps the best move played after a long time, an accurate move. Bishop. Okay, justice for Nepo. Everyone's like, okay, fine, I will put the board here. Okay, justice for Nepo. Or I can move this way and I can give this board nice little space here. Live board. Okay, I'm sitting with the live board now. Guys, anyway, I was using up too much space. Guys, this is not a blunder fest, I would say. For me, this game doesn't represent a huge blunderous situation. I would say the position was too complex, and that's the reason why both players have been making errors. So let's not jump to such conclusions that, oh, both are playing really poor chess and making a lot of errors. I believe that the position was complicated in such a way, and Nepo, by the way, we were all praising Nepo a few moves ago for his accuracy. So this was really complex. So now after bishop e4, I mean, I'm still just taking stock of things. 6 pawns each, 6 pawns each. Yes, okay, 6 pawns for both side. Knight bishop, rook rook, rook rook, rook rook, queen queen. Okay, fine. So material is even, but if you think logically, this pawn is hanging. I mean, pawn is a pawn. If there's no threat, if at the end of the day you are not threatening knight f3, your knight is doing nothing much here, my knight is safely perched on h5, I have no issues, then for sure pawn is hanging, right? Then the queen can just go and chop off a few things. Why not even this pawn then, for that matter? So for Nepo, it might be a situation where everything is boiling up. He's like, oh my god, I have played this nice little game, but all my pieces are now sort of crammed in on that side, and the queen has made its way to the queen side, attacking this pawn and this pawn. What should I do? What is it that I can do? So there comes the idea that, hey, can I push f5? And then from all of a sudden you realize that, oh, my queen, rook and three pieces which were going down here are no longer together, so he will just take. So now I cannot take queen g1. So he will take on h5. But then once he takes on h5, I will take, and I will chop this off. No, this game, I think still you have to understand that the feeling that both of them have right now is not the same one as we have. We are enjoying, while Nepo must be worried. For me, it seems like Nepo's position is much more difficult to handle than Ding's right now. Okay, because natural moves are not working out. That's the reason. Let's say I play a5. Suddenly the bar goes up. This is hanging. Correct? The other natural move I thought of was f5. Again, gf5 wins for white. So when you see one or two natural moves and you realize they are not working, now you have to be creative as black. Normal moves are not working, so be creative. So you say to yourself, what is the creative thing I can do to protect this and this? f3 move. But then what is happening? I can chop this off. Again, for a human being, it's almost impossible to figure out what is the next move here. I mean, there might be certain bots in our chat, but if there's any human who finds this move, I would be very, very missing Amruta. Justice for Amruta. Amruta will come. When Amruta will come, I'll move the board, guys. Don't worry. Right now, Amruta is not there. Yes, all those who are saying knight g2, guys, you are crazy, guys. Attacking this pawn. Sorry, attacking this rook. And if I save the rook here, then knight f4. Suddenly, black wins. You can't take here, by the way. If you take, I take with the queen. And the problem is that after queen takes f4, the winning move is? Winning move is, guys, what is the winning move? Rook h3. No, look, I'll tell you one thing, that if I give you this position and I say what to play, maybe you find knight g2. But in order to reach here and to think about f3 and knight g2 might not be that easy. That's what I'm saying. Instinctively, you can only see one move ahead. For example, someone abuses you, someone says something bad to you, right? Then at that point, your mind doesn't think, oh, if I retaliate, then this will happen. You don't think few moves ahead. So there, it's very important to look at the emotions. Same way for Nepo right now, it's like these two pawns are hanging. How do I get my things sorted? I don't even see it. Any moves that come to your mind, guys? f3 I think maybe is the correct idea, but then I mean your idea is maybe to use this diagonal somehow. Yeah, f3 I feel f3 might be the move that might happen. Then again, you never play as a human being bishop d6 back. If your bishop went back from here, you are never going to put it back there. That is for sure. You are also never going to play a move like rook g6. So that sort of, because your rook went from there, that sort of leaves Nepo with very few possibilities. 1 second, let me think. Rook f8 seems ultra wrong move, because after queen takes b4, I'm also attacking your hanging rook. So that seems totally wrong. I'm not able to even understand what Nepo will play. I know that f3 is the best move here, but I am very much skeptical that with the way in which Nepo is playing, that he can find the move knight g2 here. And the idea is to come knight f4. And so you must take here. And then he must take here. And then he must take here. And then we have a position which is still so unclear, because now suddenly you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pawns. And black has 1, 2, 3, 4 pawns. Saksham Kulshrestha makes a very good point. Saksham says there was no need for Nepo to play the move b4. He should have played a6 and he would have had everything under control. How true is that? Saksham, you said actually a very important thing here. If he would have played a6, he was a pawn up, right? Yeah. And he's in control. Everything is fine. But the main thing is, he went for this. And I think it happens often in our life, right? You say something or you do something, and then you have to sort of follow it up. Like, for example, you will see that many people, when they are pretty happy in life, they get ambitious at that point and they say, oh, now I need to buy an apartment. Okay. Oh, but if I have to buy the apartment, I'm very excited with that. I have to take a loan. Oh, if I have to take the loan, okay, let's go for the loan. And then now, but my EMI I can easily manage. But then suddenly you take the loan and something happens. And then recession strikes and you don't know what can happen. So in this case, I would say b4 was a move that Nepo got a bit over ambitious. He was like, let's go for the flat. Let's buy it. Yeah, it's fun. But then he realized, oh, knight f3, queen c6, where he had to actually spot knight e1, bishop g6, rook d8. It was a tricky thing, but he couldn't. And so it was, I think, Nepo didn't follow up b4 in the spirit of b4. He then goes rook g8. And then all of a sudden queen c6, he then again goes bishop b8. So I wouldn't say that Nepo didn't have his chances. He just, भाई तुम लोग सब पर्सनल, मेरे साथ ही सब होगा क्या? एवरीथिंग डजंट, अभी तक कोई फ्लैट लिया नहीं है, बट हो सकता है लाइफ में. Now many people are saying f3 is the best move, and why is bishop f3 not working? Again, very good question. Bishop f3, if you take here, what will black do in this position? Look, Nepo messes up again. He goes rook f8. What sort of a move is that? I can't believe I just dismissed this move offhand. You know why? Because I said queen takes b4 attacks the rook. You are losing a pawn. You are then getting a rook which is hanging. What is the sense of this move? From a state of flow, you know, which we were talking about, Nepo was in a state of flow. He has reached a state of complete breakdown. How does that happen, guys? I think when you are in a state of flow, you don't really differentiate yourself from the chessboard, right? It's one. You are a person, chessboard, pieces, variation, everything is one. All of a sudden, something breaks, like ding makes a move, it's unexpected. Suddenly you are like, Oh, I'm Nepo. Here is the board. Here are the pieces. Oh, it's the world championship match. Oh my god, this game, if I win, I would be at 7 points and I would be half a point away. You suddenly get sort of, everything becomes fragmented. It's no longer a one single whole. And this is what is happening. Now it's disintegrating into so many pieces. Queen takes b4. It's now he goes queen d8. He defends this. Okay, fine. But now all of a sudden Ding is a pawn up. So look, for example, we were talking about f3 and a very good question was asked, bishop f3. But then you had to find queen d2. How the hell are you going to find a move like queen d2 here? What is the idea? Queen f2 and maybe checkmate there. Okay, you need to be in that state of mind. But Nepo was not. Now Nepo is in this mind where his creativity is shut down. He's thinking moves like rook f8 to defend f7, queen d8 to defend his rook. Okay, fine. What does Ding do now? What is Ding's? Actually, Ding would be now back very confident, and he's like, this is my chance. I can win this. So the first move that comes to anyone's mind is, guys, what should he? Dharmik says d5. Interesting move, actually. d5, ed, I believe you want to give a check, yes, and then pick up this pawn. Very interesting. b3. Okay, very interesting. Aditya Tiwari wants to just make this calm. And that actually shows what is the hidden threat of black here. b3 move. You cannot go as slow as b3 because then black would go f5. And black would say, okay, if you take here, then the knight is hanging. And the knight is not so happy on h5 now anymore. The bishop is being attacked. You can't take. Suddenly things are now different. Oh, the king is very weak. Now the queen, one check from here, game over. Kaise to? So we don't want to go here. f5 is a big problem. So no b3. Let's go a little careful. I was thinking rook d1. Okay, just for the sake of argument, f5. What is the move here, guys? How to find such moves? d5? No, not d5. I understand you want to go d5. Very interesting, because if fe4, you want to take d6, attack the queen, and then threaten e7. Let's say queen e8. Then you go queen c3 check, or queen d4 check, and it's game over. Mate. Khatam. But e5 is a strong move here. So actually speaking, d5, very good suggestion. But queen b7 threatens a checkmate here. And if you were to play rook g8, now I take. अब क्या हुआ कि अगर आप नाइट मारते हो, if you take this, I take here, check. And you would take with the king or queen. I don't know, you take here. Let's say I go rook g1 check. It's game over, right? Next move, queen g7 is coming in. So you must take with the queen. And then I go rook g1 still, attack the queen. And then there's trouble because there's a mate. So you go queen f8 and then fe6. And now there's a threat here and e7 is a problem and the rook is coming in and all sorts of stuff. So what did Ding do? By the way, Ding played a move. Ding played queen c3. Ding played an interesting move. And now Ding is in control. He's like, I'm playing queen c3. I'm looking at your king. I'm going to push d5. I'm going to open this up. Knight goes back to g6. Nepo says, Ding. Now, I'm going to bring my queen in at some point. Guys, live board is updated, right? Live board. So queen c3, knight g6 with the queen threatening to come to h4. Okay, now I'm ding. Calming myself down. I'm looking at my knight on h5. Guys, think about it this way. Knight on h5. There's nothing to do for the knight. Yeah, all good, all calm. Queen coming in here is no real issue, right? No real issue. Why? Because the queen is defending. Issue, f2 is hanging. But okay, not a big deal. Yeah, I can always come queen f3 if needed. So I'm thinking to myself, there is no threat. There's no threat. It means after many years, I don't have to react. I can actually act. And this is a new situation for Ding, by the way. He has been reacting in this game a lot. And now he has to act. He has to think of his own. Maybe I can push d5. Maybe I can open up this diagonal. But what else? Aditya says a person in flow can't maintain it for long. It seems Nepo has come out of it. True. No, but the chess as a sport demands you, classical chess especially, demands you to be in a state of flow for a long time. And for that, you need to practice it. You need to be in that zone for a long time. Okay, my feeling is Ding goes d5. Why not? If you are careless and this happens, guys, what is the best positional move? A very tough move, by the way, very deep move. I'm asking you, what is the best positional move? I want to see how many of you are positional geniuses here. Okay, not easy to fool you guys, but I tried. Boom. I know how many of you found it. Yes, many, but many said knight f6 and all of that stuff. Queen g7, although 39 people were there. Good job, guys. Let's go back to the game. So knight g6, d5. Of course, he's not going to miss this mate. What will he play? Most likely knight g6 means he'll go bishop e5, attacking the queen. Okay, now I have to move the queen. But I don't want to go too far away, because if I go too far away, his queen comes in and my pawn is in trouble. So I must maintain this sort of either f3 or d3, something, or b3. Let's say I go d3. Let's say I go f3. He has this sort of irritating move f5. Okay, f5 is a big problem. So maybe I can go queen d3. Because if he goes f5, I'm happy to sort of... Oh, but if I take here, then my knight is hanging. Like after take. Oof. So I have to go back. Guys. Look, d5, bishop e5 hits the queen and threatens f5. So Nepo's main strategy right now revolves around this move f5. That is his plan. But I was wondering if he could do f5 straight away. But maybe he didn't like it. Bishop c6 was the problem, I guess. Just moving away. And if you take fg, then I don't even wait to take back. I just go all in and attack you. It's a mate, so e5. And now, boom, rook e5. So that's the reason why he went knight g6 back. Because if you see this variation, e5 square is the one where there is less control. So he said to himself, let me go back knight g6 before I embark on these complications with f5. Let me go knight here so that in all the lines with d5, e5, f5, I have control on the e5 square. And that really led Ding to actually make a kind of defensive move, bishop to g2. Bishop g2 played here by Ding. Live board updated. All good, all good. Geo Squad says this is more intense than my brother and sister's pillow fight. Nice. Nice. Someone was saying that take the knight. No, but taking the knight would be a horrible decision. If you take here, I would take back and then this would be under pressure. Yeah. But okay, you have the queen. Not a horrible decision, but doesn't look great. So he played bishop g2. What about king g2 protecting h3 and running with the king? Sparsh, I don't think the king could go anywhere right now. There is too less a space, and there's always these ideas with f3 in the air. So I think for the king to start running, I don't see a very safe heaven, but maybe it was something worth considering. But for now, it's bishop g2 on the board. But king g2, yeah, interesting. There were many possibilities, guys, here for white. In fact, it was, as I said, a moment to act for Ding. There was no need to react. Rook e2, king g2, d5, bishop back. There were many possibilities, but he decided to choose bishop g2, and he has actually played against f5. He goes queen h4, attacking this pawn on f2, and now Ding actually defends it with rook e2. Ding is now very solid. Yeah, Ding is not giving his opponent any chances. He's like, I'm pawn up, all is well, all is well. Ding wins this, Lazarus says. I also feel Ding will win this. There's just too much emotional stuff that has happened for Nepo already here. Unless he starts finding all the... Now, for what happens generally is that you stop finding tactics which are normal, natural in the position. And then you suddenly start to realize that this is not actually going my way. F3, then queen f3, right? It's just no problem. Of course, if you play bishop f3 and get mated, that would be terrible. But that's not going to happen. Yes, Ding has to make 6 moves in 13 minutes, but I think it should be doable. The main thing is that his position seems very solid now. He doesn't have any big problems. Bishop is defending h3. f3 square is well controlled. Rook can come here, here, here. He can start pushing his queenside pawns if needed. He can also play some quiet moves. His moves are not so tough to find. Yeah, Manthan, you're right. d5 could be an idea, but you have to always be ready with d5, e5. So, now for black, what moves do you suggest, guys? What should black do? I understand you all are very excited with white's position, but what should black do? I don't even see his next move. Maybe it revolves around his pieces which are not working so well. So bishop is currently okay. You don't do much with it. I mean, what do you do more? You can sack the pawn, but it's just a free pawn. You don't want to do it. Your rook is kind of boxed in because of the knight. This rook does not really... Okay, maybe rook d8 is a good move, possible move. But one move that comes to my mind is knight e7. However, the moment I reduce my control over e5 square, then d5 comes. So, oh my god, Nepo has gone f5. Woo! Guys, this is just complete blast that has happened. F5. Now, Nepo is saying, ding. One minute, let me just calm myself down. I'm getting very excited. Ding. I am attacking your king. FG4, you can't take it back because look, and if you take here, you're already busted because I'll just take on H5 or I'll take on F5, your knight is trapped. Okay, fine, fine. Ding is looking at Nepo and he's like, Nepo, did you just forget that your pawn on E6 is hanging? So Nepo says, not really, Ding. I'm going to take your pawn. I'm like, but I don't understand. I'm just going d5 check. Nepo is like, but if I go king g8, oh, that's a mate. Okay. If I go rook f6, no, that's a free rook. Actually speaking, I will run out of moves. I go here, rook e5. Now a deadly disco comes here. Deadly disco is an attack. Game over. What? Oh, he just took. Ding has just taken on e6. Ding bhai ne mari diya. He's just taken the pawn. Ding plays it. Guys, what has Nepo just done? d5. Match is 6-6, guys. 6-6. This is the most epic world championship match that could be there. No, this is done. Now, guys. Take it from me. This time in writing, okay? This game is over. There's nothing. I'll tell you why. Because White's move is very simple, d5. Well, he doesn't have to calculate anything more. Just he must push the pawn. He can even make a pre-move if needed. He can even do that. Okay, queen f2, someone will go, oh, he's losing a pawn, but d5, khatam. Khalas. Over. It's over, right? Guys, anyone? There's a super chat. Arshad, don't ask which style of player is hard to face. Kasparov or Karpov, which is hard to face right now. It's all about Nepo ending. There's nothing else right now that we can think of. But thank you for your super chat. No, Nepo doesn't resign, guys. Nepo doesn't resign. 1 second. If you were in Nepo's shoes, I mean, you would not like to be in his shoes right now because he's losing. But what would you play? I think f3. F3 makes sense. F3. But then d5. D5. Bishop e5. Rook e5. fg2. Rook g2. No check. Queen is defend. When rook takes e6 जैसा move होता है, when move like rook takes e6 happens on the board, it's like a realization in your life that you are like, oh, was that pawn even possible to capture? I was of the opinion that you can never capture the pawn because of fg4, because to d5 I have e5. Oh, but he took that pawn only. So to d5 I don't have e5 anymore. Actually speaking, I was wondering if d5 works here. But turns out that d5 doesn't work. And this is very interesting because e5 is now defended twice. And I can't take because just bishop e5 and black wins. So taking the pawn, very important. Think about Nepo's mindset right now. I feel what is going to happen in this match, and this is my very likely feeling, is that Nepo will tomorrow, with the white pieces, will have to strike, but it will end in a draw. And then the last game, Ding might strike again. This is the reverse of game 7 somehow. Yeah. Yeah, this Ding will not. I think Ding is taking this world championship home, I feel. No, don't you think, guys? This game is good enough to sort of motivate you to to feel that this championship is yours. But I really feel like I can't believe that Nepo reached here 35th move from where he was like somewhere here. This was move number 26. In 10 moves, where he had complete control over the position, over the board, he has reached here where he's just completely lost. And you know, this knight on h5. You know, guys, it always reminds me of this thing in life, that what could be a complete liability in your life can be turned into a total asset if only you change the situation on the board. Like 10 moves ago, everyone was thinking, what a stupid knight this is. Knight on h5. It's just useless, doing nothing. But all of a sudden, the center opens up and this knight has become like the hero. So whether you become a hero in life or a zero, it all depends on how you navigate the situation, how you can turn the situation in the favor. And I think this is very important for your for whatever resources you have in your life. No, knight on h5 was the reason for. By the way, is the move made after rook e6? What is Nepo doing? Yeah, he's not playing a move. Yeah, it's just sad. I would think about what would be the mood in team Ding right now. They would be celebrating if they had any energy left. They would all be tired from preparation. And the mood in team Nepo would be that of ultimate dejection. But also, they know that it's nothing is lost, right? Because it's 6-6. And if Nepo can strike back, which he has been doing in this match, don't forget, he has been striking back whenever he has lost. Amit says, is this really a good game? Amit, you know, when you look at cricket often, there comes a batsman. I don't know who. I don't know a good example. I'm kind of outdated when it comes to cricket. I watched it a lot when I was young. And there was this batsman called Chandar Paul. Remember? He used to come and he used to take a bail out from the stump and then do this, and his stance was very weird and stuff like that. But he used to score runs. And then everyone was like, oh, he's a good player. He's a good player. He's slightly offbeat, but he's a good player. Because there is no benchmark to sort of mark it, right? There's no engine there. While in chess, there is an engine. So every game is then benchmarked against what is the most accurate move. But I feel this world championship is no longer science, right? It's all about sporting element now. There is less of it being accurate, but more of it being who can handle the nerves better. So from that perspective, I would say this was a fantastic game because there was so much at stake. There were so many things happening, so many tactical possibilities. Hagan Mathur says Nepo will use his last 20 minutes to prepare for the press conference. Also, it helps, yeah, it helps. This is for sure. For sure, this helps that if you take some time off right now, it can really help you to recover. You just calm yourself down on the board and you say to yourself, I'm going to be calm at the press conference. I'm going to just get over it and I'll go back to my team and prepare for tomorrow. Get yourself ready. Why should you waste this precious time? Because, it's, I don't know, why would someone not be able to de-stress in a press conference or with a team, but actually on the board? I think the reason is that on the board you are left alone, right? No one is there to disturb you. It's just you with yourself. You can have that very quiet dialogue with yourself. Nepo is crying. No, I don't think Nepo is crying. Come on, you guys are just joking. Xavier Live says, Yan is saying, टूटा हुआ सास हूँ मैं खुद से ही नाराज हूँ मैं. Yeah, a lot of songs that can be played right now. Really? He's crying? He's crying. No, come on. Rook takes h5. Can this be possible? Someone's talking about chess. That's good to see. But then after I take here, what's your plan? I don't see the point. दिल जुड़े बिना ही टूट गए. Wow, nice. No, guys, if you have followed any world championships before, very unlikely many of you started following chess perhaps recently, then chess, like a world championship match, is a lot about being able to sustain the tension. I remember that there's this amazing story of Vishy Anand. I don't know if you have all heard of it, but the very fact against, I still, whenever I hear it, I feel goosebumps. In 2012, he plays Gelfand. First 6 games end in a draw, and then he loses the 7th game. Or is it like first 5 end in a draw and 6th? I think he loses the 7th game. And then he cannot sleep the entire night. Think about it. For us, it's all very normal, natural. Next day we are watching them like fresh athletes. But actually speaking, he came to the board on the next day without any sleep, and that's already something. You are not slept, but then he wanted to beat him at all costs, and then he goes into some different mode and beats him in 17 moves. Would you say that Gelfand blundering there and trapping his queen was sort of amateurish? I don't think so. I think it was a lot of pressure that Vishy exerted through his body language, through 2 players sitting inside that glass cage. It happens. It happens. I don't know. Time is not being updated, guys. I don't know what is the time. I make the move on Leeches. Do you think Magnus proves his point here? What is Magnus's point? You tell me. What is his point? That everyone makes a lot of mistakes. I mean, if I'm being very objective, I would say for sure, like, Magnus is, and I've written about it on ChessBase India in our community post, that Magnus's accuracy is way beyond what Ding and Nepo are showing here. But then, why was Magnus not able to score wins, let's say against Fabiano or with Sergei Karyakin? I mean, there was one win exchanged, but also with Nepo in the last match till game 6, it was very close. Yeah, every game was like very equalish. 5 minutes on Nepo's clock. Hanu Siddhant says, does knight e5 work? No. Interesting move. Let's say I take. I guess your idea is to take here, right? Because otherwise you just gave up a piece. So you take. I push. And your problem is you are one move too slow. Now this king is exposed. You can't do much. I take, you take. F6. I think knight f6 should also do. Piece up, right? Just piece up. No, he maybe resign. He'll resign. Yeah, Nepo has 4 minutes left. Ding has 12 minutes. No, the thing is, guys, if he did not play f5 here, the game was still like, it was still going on. There was no way that the game was over. Guys, what should Aditya, who is at the World Championship venue, ask today as a question? We can ask from our community. You know, what question should he ask? He's there from ChessBase India. He finished Sati Zuldi's and he's there. What should be the moment? Maybe a chess question is better than a. Maybe to Ding. No, I don't think Nepo will answer anything today, but Ding, maybe we can ask something. Himang says it seems really that Yan is crying. You know, this is for. I also need to see somewhere. Guys, I think we can ask Ding something like, how did you decide to approach this game? Was it that you wanted to uh, being a very critical game, something like that? Through the wormhole is like, Yan is what should you do to recover yourself in the moment? I don't know. Nepo played. Oh, Nepo took on h5. G takes h5. It's normal. Okay, let's ask a technical question. You know that no one asks technical questions. Once again, uh, the technical question can be, what would you have done if Nepo had played a6 when you. Oh, game over! Game over! Guys, game is over! Khatam. Tata, goodbye. d6 happened. So what happened was he took queen takes, d5 check, king g8, d6, and he resigns. He resigns. This is coming. Were you surprised by Nepo's bishop d7 in the opening? Okay, that's good. Now, guys, this is over. He resigned because there's nothing much happening. He's exchanged down. d6 pawn is very strong, and it's time to resign. Guys, I'm telling you, this world championship match is just amazing sporting spectacle. You can enjoy it. I mean, of course, I'm no one to argue here that the quality of chess could be better, that the number of blunders that are happening are many, but from the perspective of both players taking risk, like just imagine, no, like Ding today going for something where he was completely busted, something like this, and from there he converts it. I would say in many of the super tournaments this position would have definitely led to a loss, definitely. But then this is world championship, the pressure is different. Like Nepo goes for bishop b8. Oh, Nepo just lost the entire thread of the game, and he lost the thread in way like f5. How do you make a move like f5? Ooh. And then f5, he played what? Rook e6, rook h5. Okay, something had to be played to end the game, so he took this. Well, the match is full open, but I would say that right now Ding is in the driver's seat. In the driver's seat with 6-6. 100%, guys. 100% Ding is in the driver's seat in this match. Nepo will need great energy to come back tomorrow with the white pieces, especially that there is no rest day. And then if Ding manages to hold, then the last game with white, with that Ding will have, he will press. I don't know, fortune favors the brave, may be right. Yeah, let's see, guys. It was wonderful streaming this tournament. I think it's one of the best decisions we made to go from the beginning to stream this, not to do it through halfway. We are enjoying ourselves. I hope you too enjoyed. Amruta will be shell shocked to know the result because she commentated until Ding was clearly better. Sorry, Nepo was clearly better. And many of the people are saying, I feel so much for Yan. Yeah, if if Yan manages to come back tomorrow and win and then becomes the world champion, I will wholeheartedly accept like Yan as the world champion, because tomorrow's day, I mean, anyway, I would have accepted, but I'm just saying that it's so difficult to make a comeback tomorrow for Yan, and if he manages to do that, he deserves the world title. So let's see. Yogesh Tumma says, why do you always blunder the names? Yeah, I think I have this problem. I don't know how many of you have, that when I say something which is white or black or a name, I don't think about it. I'm like, and in this position, white plays a beautiful, oh, sorry, it's black. Does that happen with you? I don't think, yes, really. I'm commentating. And now he goes for a5. It seems like Ding is in trouble. No, sorry, it's Nepo who's in trouble. Maybe it doesn't happen to anyone. Very big problem in my brain, it seems. Sairam says Ding deserves to win. For now, I don't see who deserves to win. It will all depend on the last 2 rounds. Amruta also does that. I also have problem with him and her, his and her, when I'm saying. Like that is his great move, or that is his brother. Yeah, like when I say that guy is his brother, but the person who I'm talking about is a girl. So that guy is her brother. Yeah, there's some problems in life. Have to sort them out, guys. Just like how Nepo has to sort out his problems, I have to sort out mine. You guys have to sort out yours. See you all tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye bye.